Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Court Battle League. This is insane. We are about to enter the finale to the majors. This all began in May, where we started qualifiers and then brought players in, and now we're jumping in to the final run in the majors, and we'll break it all down shortly. But hello, welcome. You are now tuned in to Court Battle League. I am your host, Mag Gamer, and this is courtbattleleague.com, presented by maggamer.com, and we are live right now bringing you the coverage to the one and the only, the greatest Apex Legends tournament series in the world outside of ALGS. Hello, I am your host, Mag Gamer INC. We're just warming up, starting it, and it's looking and feeling really good. I'm so excited about today. I'm actually a little nervous for the players. We've watched them for 3 months, and now this is their last chance to make it into the championship rounds. It's gonna be a little crazy, and out of breath just thinking about how good it's gonna be right now. Just to break it down and to give you just a small idea of what it took to get here, let's look into the actual roadmap, where we started off with qualifiers on the left, a ton of qualifiers from May all the way down until recently, and then we started to run through the majors, and in the majors only the top teams from the qualifiers were entered. The champions who won tournaments during the qualifiers advanced to the majors, and all of these players been competing to try to get to the championship rounds, and it is wild to think how much these guys have fought their way through. We're gonna break down all of this and more, but we want to get the game started. That's how fast and hard we're going to hit you guys today. We want you to take a look at the format right away so you can see exactly what we have going on. And the format is pretty basic. You're trying to score the highest points, and it's going to be 7 full games. All of these teams will competing to get the highest points. Only 15 will make it into the championship rounds and compete. The 15 today will be facing off against the champions who have already advanced in the majors and made their way in. So it's going to be a serious battle, and it's going to be a lot of fun. There's small details that you want to pay attention to. Once again, everybody's just trying to score the highest amount of points through placement and eliminations. And as you can see here, the points that you see already on the board are the teams who were champions. They're gonna get 5 points. As we said, anytime a winner is in our tournaments, they will be having some type of bonus points for the rounds, and that's what we got for the majors. It's gonna be an amazing start and interesting stuff with 9 teams all lined up perfectly with 5 points each, and then on top of it, the rest of the teams have been top tier greatness, and it's gonna be a good day, guys. Today is the grand finale to the majors. As you can see, our calendar for August on the majors, we've had some for every weekend almost in August, and next weekend on the 28th is the grand finale. But before that, you are tuned in to game number 1 live right now. Holding no punches, we are going right into the fight, and game number 1 has 6 Crutches, a team who is a champion, top tier contenders as well. They just have what it takes, and they're just so good, and it's going to be a fun time to see what they can do today in these tournaments with all of these other players. They're dropping in Bonsai, and it's just the beginning. And man, oh man, I'm so excited to see how this all works out. I hope everybody's enjoying their day, and we have a lot to talk about. Let's take a quick look at the map, and we do have some teams in the middle of it already. So we are going to spin around and check out the fight. It looks like Gibby's Toes, another champion who's performed extremely well, just getting into a fight with Zero Death, taking out one of their players with Zero Death still in it. They have two. They can revive the banner. We will see how they play this here. Of course, when it's early on, you have a good chance to score big and make a move. And right now, Gibby's Toes will have to figure out how they're going to want to play this. And already, as you can see, Seer Tactical, they are swarming one of Gibby Toes players. And it's looking like Outplayed is using that Hemlock very nicely. But he's going to have to rotate as one of his teammates gets taken down. It's up to him to save them. And using an Octane, it's a really good way to get yourself in the flow. So right now he's going to back off and figure out his scenario for this situation. It's looking like he's going to take that one banner and get out of dodge. And it's a good move to revive his teammate. Don't know if he'll have time to get back to get the second teammate, but that is tough stuff for Team Zero Death. Another great team who we know and love. And man, oh man, it's been incredible to watch. Super excited about what's happening today. A lot of great teams. So stay focused, enjoy, and we are going to be running around playing every single map and going from there. And look at this as we speak. It's looking like UMP about to get thick into it, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from Pyro here with a flatline. To me, one of the best guns in the game. Top 3 in my opinion. It hits harder than the R301 and it has a bigger clip, so could consider it great if you know how to handle it. Right now, UMP trying to make a move and get the ball rolling, get themselves in this fight. UMP has been a very consistent team in our tournament qualifiers since May. And oh man, they have been around. Very solid team, and right now they're trying to get their way into the championship. Losing 2 players isn't a good start. Looking really good for Six Crutches. Very busy at the start of this drop, wiping out UMP and hurting another team. So already sitting comfortable and warming up is, as I say, one of the dropping hot early on is very good to warm up and get yourself in the flow of gaming. One of those things with Battle Royale that you want to do. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. You're watching Core Battle League. We have some announcements to make that I will do somewhere along the end of the stream. We have 7 games, so we're going to keep on pushing through these games to get you guys rolling. It's going to be about a 3 to 4 hour event. These teams already know what to do and how it all works. So you can expect some type of synergy and flow.
Let us go.
And look at this. Gibby's Toes revived their full team. So big time respect and appreciation for them. Apologies. Zero Death was the one who lost their member, and they're going to be battling Gibby's Toes most likely in this scenario here, unless they're going to escape during the... And 2 teams right close to each other, looking like Gibby Toes escaped out of it. So as I was stating, there's some announcements to make about our championships and our future tournaments. There's plenty to talk about. We're going to discuss it all week long, but today we want to focus on the majors as well. Mostly we want to talk about the future of Apex with ALGS. We're going to be supporting teams. We're going to be lifting you guys up and taking you to the next level, as we have been trying to do that for you. And we're basically very close, very, very close to ALGS, which is the official Apex tournaments from Respawn themselves. So that's going to be super interesting to see all of these great teams, some pro players, some previous champions going in there and making a name for themselves as well. So we're just grateful to have all these amazing players and teams joining in on the movement. But yeah, we got some good announcements and some great things. We're going to take it step by step. And speaking of step by step, we're going to see a fight go on right now. Avengers possibly backing off of this scenario, trying to get better ground instead of being on the same level. One thing I always talk about, you might not be the best player. I don't consider myself the best, but positioning, I understand that. And it's pretty simple. Get the high ground, force another team out of position, and continuously have the advantage. And don't take fights if you don't have the advantage. And it's just a critical thing to do. And we see that right now with Avengers deciding to rotate out of the fight that they were about to get into. So really good stuff right there. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, show love and support. We are here for you, the community. We've been doing this 3 months. It's just a start. We have a great future here. And I believe, you know, once you start to see the future plans held back, the original plan was to have content creators and pro players featured. But I realized the community deserves tournaments. Shouldn't always be about the big games. Okay, so we just started hosting qualifiers for anybody and everybody. And it's been amazing because there have been some big names who's quietly came in and been a part of our tournaments. I really appreciate them, but we've kept it open to the public. We've had young, aspiring amateur players come in, and we've had pro players. We had the ALGS champions come in and play, compete in our tournaments, and a bunch of great content creators you might know and love. So super grateful to continue to host this, and it's just a start. I cannot wait for next series that we have, and then future events. I've held back from hosting general events. We have a charity event that we're planning. We have a lot of other cool creative tournaments that I think the community will appreciate. Just giving them something to look forward to. So that is the game plan. Speaking of game plan, let's take a quick rotation, and looking like the hot team coming in blazing right now is Six Crutches. They are wiping teams left and right. They're already sitting pretty with 8 kills to start this off, and it's just the beginning. And it's looking like Zero Depth wants revenge. The team who took out one of their players is in the same building as them, so we'll see what they have, and if they can
check out here.
work something out here and take these guys out as they go. Right now, like they are currently trying to figure it out, taking a good surprise attack on a team, and I like what I'm seeing right here from Zero. They're deciding not to be afraid, pushing teams back. I love it, and doing a great job at that. So really solid overall. Beautiful shots here from Outplayed, and he's definitely outplaying right now, but he's got to be very careful. Someone's right behind him. Look at that, taking down 2 of 6 Crutches, getting his revenge. And of course, there's still one more player, and they got to be very careful, and he needs to heal up so that he can stay alive during this fight. Zero Depth. looking real good. Again, it's super early, guys, but there's a lot of action going on right now. Team Fuego coming in hot, trying to make a name for themselves. They're trying to figure it out right now. Team Fuego stealing all the loot here, which is good for them. Let's have a quick listen.
Do you guys see any?
It should be light over here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 157.
They're
Outside of the building. Outside the building. Outside the building. Oh wait, no, they're up top. They're up top. It's a Watson squad. They're up top over there. Yeah, Watson team. Full Watson squad. Watson Octane.
We can try and pad out towards.
See, I think it's gonna be a. I think it. Yeah. Well, no, because I think there's a team up there still too. Still put one up there. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got you. Good call.
Alright.
I got Heartbeat. I'm looking uphill. We gotta clear behind. No, we gotta clear up behind us.
There's 3 teams back here for sure.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure we don't get rotated in behind us from rain.
Yeah.
Is there anybody up on top of the hill or anything?
No, I'm checking. I got nothing on Heartbeat.
Alright. Everybody good on loot? What do we need?
Yeah, I know.
Yo, team landing in on me.
Heard?
You're.
Yeah, I see them. They're far. I don't have pad.
I'm dipping out.
Okay.
Alright,
Go up.
Yeah, I'm holding your push.
Okay.
They literally fucking.
They're on top of the
launched on
building.
me. Get back. We're good.
You're in the.
Yeah, they're still on top of the building.
Yo, let's rotate back into energy. Oh, there's a team
Alright.
in energy. There's a team energy.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna have to figure out how to push. We might push. Nope, there's a team there too.
Okay.
We're literally gonna have to hold this building. Get comfortable. Get
Okay.
comfortable.
Yeah, there's a squad on top of the building to our left.
We can
squad
always
to our
go
right.
back.
Oh,
to
hold
the-
on, shut this.
We
Yeah.
can always go
Yeah,
back.
there we go. I don't want to get fucking headshot from the back.
We can always go back.
Respawn?
That Gibby is bubbling. Oh, they're fighting over here in energy. Energy.
Here, Pat.
Look to get in
Don't
behind
pad,
these
don't pad,
guys.
Yep.
Y'all want to try and sneak in behind and go over here?
Can y'all take shots at these guys? Yeah. Go now.
Yeah. I have pad if we need it. Call it.
I'm looking.
They're going around. No
Yeah,
doubt.
they're going around. Keep pushing them out.
Heard.
They're over here to the right.
Okay, just keep going.
No,
out.
they're ISO'd. We might be able to. I don't want to over push and have this team come from the left of us.
Left.
They might rotate around to the right because I don't see them on Heartbeat anymore.
I'll watch
but-
your back. I'll watch behind us.
Here,
Don't-
I'm gonna check.
They're
I'm gonna
fighting
check.
right up there.
They might have rotated over behind. Check over to the northeast.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
And there goes a little bit of sounds from Fuego. I really liked their consistency, and it's something I always talk about with communication. You've got to have a great IGL, somebody who's a great leader to be able to know when to push or fall back or where to rotate to. And as we speak, looking at a big time fight right now. Team Fuego, nowhere left to go. They got a couple seconds before the ring starts closing. They have to win this and take the floor. And doing a good job right now. Trying to suppress. I would throw my Gibby off right this very second. Instead, deciding to bubble away. Tough stuff. And look at this. Crutch is trying to take all the points in this game right now. Doing a solid job so far, continuously eliminating them. They are extremely impressive with the way they're playing right now. Score some major points to take that lead and create that gap between them and other teams. And this basically helps you play a little more smarter in the long run. If you can score big early, then you don't have to push the pace all game. And if you do push a pace, you're comfortable. So it pretty much is a win-win when you play this way and do it proficiently. Right now, we're looking at a pretty proficient format here so far. And great stuff right now by Six Crutches, just carrying all the weight of taking all the wins and big time stuff like that. Right now, they are just sitting the top tier, 14 kills already. It might drop a 20 team bomb. That's what we're gonna call it, 20 team bomb. We'll see how it works out for them. They are literally with 14 kills at this very moment. And going for more right now. Some really good Eva shots. Of course, dropping that Gibby Dome, trying to figure out what's happening here. Perfect R301 and Eva, the meta that hasn't changed in forever, and the most broken weapon, in my opinion, the Eva shotgun. But we all love it, right? You either really love it or really hate it. And right now, look at who's in trouble. Six Crutches are gonna have to figure out how to get out of this. They got two teams pressing them and the ring at the same time. So they get eliminated, and it's looking good for Phoenix, but they get eliminated as well. And it looks like Avengers on the third party push right there did great to eliminate two teams, pretty much giving themselves an advantage here with only 4 teams left. This is it, baby. It's looking real big. Looking really, really big right now, and great stuff by these guys. I absolutely love it. And at the moment, Avengers trying to take their time using the Seer passive, the best passive in the game. There's, I mean, not even the best pass. The best ability in all of Apex is Seer's passive. So he can tell you where everybody is, how close they are, if they're above to below, every single detail. It's really, really special. And right now, Avengers are using it to the maximum. This is a perfect setup for them. Good shots by Avengers, and they have to be careful here. There might be a third party push. You know how these work. Gonna take a closer look as they push up towards the fight. See how they do. Oh, the Sky Nade, my favorite, especially with an Arc Star. Good shots and great grenades, and they're trying to push this team back. Perfectly done here to take position deeper into the ring. And they're still not in, but they're very close, and they're just trying to be careful here and not get caught off guard. Super stuff right now by Avengers. Get it? Super. And right now it's 3 teams left. I'm gonna go ahead and see how this fight plays out. A team right above them, it's Force trying to make a name for themselves right now and make a move. They might have what it takes to finish this off because they have the high ground. They're sitting very comfortable up here. They can allow the other 2 teams to fight if they don't get caught off guard in this scenario. Speaking of the other 2 teams, let's take a quick look. Rampage on the outside can pretty much wait it out until the opposite teams take their fight, and this is a good position for them to be able to relax and allow the other 2 teams to fight, because the other 2 teams are closer to the edge. They will have to rotate, and they're going to be rotating at the same time. Picking a couple of shots off, nothing major. It's just a warm-up, let's just say. Here it comes. It looks like the push is going to be all about brute force. When they're going to drop, is how this is all going to play out. Avengers are just waiting for them to drop. I would want to rotate out. Use my Gibby bubble to rotate first rather than wait for that team side from there. If we can get a good location in the center. Solid stuff right here. The patience is just important. If you can't have that, you don't have anything. And right now, a good job by Avengers to wait it out. Right above them, Brute Force will have to make a decision. It looks like they're about to start rotating. To deal with the ring and two teams knowing exactly where they are. And the Gibby bombardments are coming down. Don't have a Gibby. Very difficult to survive these scenarios. It looks like Brute Force is going to rotate around. He's right in the middle. And oh no. Brute Force getting one of their players down. Gotta be very careful in this scenario here. And not looking good for Brute Force. Avengers trying to finish it off. Can they do it? It's looking like Rampage's game. They're going to win it. Yes, they are. Perfectly done by Rampage with a good execution. It's all about execution right there. And Rampage had the position. They were deeper in the center, away from the two opposite teams. And all they had to do was wait for them to start the fight and pretty much eliminate themselves and allow them to come in for that third party push. So what we're watching is Brute Force hoping that the other two teams fight, or if they can figure out where they want to go. It was a very difficult situation. Two different teams attacking them. Gibby defensive bombardments coming in hot. There's so much happening. There is a lot going on, and I'm really loving what I'm seeing for the first game. And as you see right here, Brute Force tried to do a very slick move, and it looked perfect. The problem was they landed in a portal and it put them outside, and that was pretty much going to cost him his life because he goes down as well. And again, fighting against the ring and two teams is never a good thing, and that's pretty much what happened to Brute Force here, sadly. But again, the team to beat right now, Rampage, taking game one, capitalizing, scoring big, and getting the job done. Woo! That is game number one already completed. All right, folks, remember, all of the teams that are champions get bonus points. They start off with 5 points. There's 9 teams who started off with 5 points. You look at them here, 9 teams that started off with 5 points. This will be updated in just a second, but I just wanted to showcase the 9 teams who already have points before we start calculating the official points for this. We're gonna go right into our format. You're gonna play 7 games today, and the way it all works is pretty basic. After 7 games, the 15 teams with the highest score will advance, and they'll be in the championship rounds. They've been playing since May just to get here, and now they are officially making it to the championship. So it's just exciting for me as someone who hosted all these events, seeing all these great teams. And I wanted you to just look at this format.
Get in slot.
And I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. We're about to get started. You get placement points and elimination points. Very simple, very basic.
Official Magamer says,
I'm loving what I'm seeing. And we're going to take a look at the calendar talk about something real quick. I don't want to make the official announcements yet, but we do have a new series coming up very shortly. And it's looking really, really good for that. And we'll have more news in the coming weeks when I can officially announce it. But basically, get ready. We have tournaments continuing from here. We've had an amazing series of tournaments for you guys. I'm hoping for the next one we'll have a lot of scrimmages. We'll have creative tournaments on top of our majors, and just pretty much combined it all to one amazing thing, which is you, the community. So thank you guys so much. The next tournaments will start in September, 100%. We'll take a week off after the 28th, which is the championships, and then we'll go from there. So get ready, get going. It's about to go down. And now it is officially time for you guys to see the leaderboards. And look at this. It's not updated yet. And voila, right before your eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, 6 Crutches with 22 points. Avengers with 21 points. Rampage with 21 points. Wow. 3 teams with 20 plus points starting off. That is actually literally insane. And then right below those 3 teams, BTS with 14. FNG with 11. Brute Force with 11 as well. Phoenix with 10. Zero Death with 9. And as you can see, it just goes down and down from there. Looking good starting this off. I'm loving it. Great stuff. Super excited.
This is your champion.
Get ready for game number 2. Again, we got 7 games, so we want to keep the ball rolling, and we're going to keep it pushing and keep you guys excited, hopefully, for what you just saw. And man, oh man, we had a good first game from 6 Crutches, who just showed off that they are a team to be reckoned. We're going to look at them one more time just to give a quick look, see where they're dropping. It's looking like Thermite is going to be their landing spot. This is a nice decision. The reason I like Thermite is because you could definitely rotate to multiple areas when necessary quickly. One rule I have, 60 seconds or less. I usually say 30 seconds, but 60 seconds or less. Drop down, pick up what you can, and then get out of that area to find better loot in different areas. So super interesting right now for Team 6 Crutches. And it's a team who's always performed very well. And speaking of performing well, CSR, talk about greatness. And I just want to remind you guys how great some of these teams are. We've had the ALGS World Champions come and compete and not beat these guys. That's how great they are. And CSR has such a very intellectual team. Their defense and their positioning, is so spot on. It's something that I really admire from these guys. Just being able to hold the position, you know, find the best position by the end game and hold it has been very impressive. And of course, a part of that is the caustic. One thing that I really love right now with Apex Legends Season 10 is Caustic, Fuse, Horizon. These legends who aren't the #1 picks have been boosted enough for me to really love playing with them a lot more than I normally do. And that's something that for somebody who's played for 2 years is super exciting, because then you come back to legends you really like. I loved Horizon when she was a root. originally powerful. And then I love Caustic, but he's not exactly the legend you're always going to pick. You got to have a defensive mindset with a team and play specific to that style. So this composition right here, you're looking at a Valkyrie to be able to rotate anywhere, which is good. She also has good mobility for vertical plays when she needs it. And of course, Sheer is super overpowered right now until this week coming up. They're going to nerf him. I'm interested to see what nerf he has. And then lastly, Caustic for that defense. I think this is a good composition. I don't mind this. Only problem is, to be honest, we all know Gibby is extremely important for certain scenarios when you're outside. Of course, this team is going to play to their strengths, which would be most likely staying indoors instead of forcing a fight on the outside. Because if you have Caustic, your job is to be indoors. There's certain legends you play with certain ways. So we'll see what they can do. Again, a team to watch out for. CSR always performing very well. They're very key on holding great positions. Speaking of great positions, Catalyst in a fight right now against Alpha, and Alpha's going to be trying to loot up and get some goods, and looks like they are deep in it right now. Team Alpha trying to survive the onslaught. One player goes down. So getting third party right now, and he gets down. Man, it is wild in here, folks. Looks like Brute Force is coming out with force. Trying to take the fight right now. Octane trying to run and maintain. The shots going off. And perfect stuff right here by Brute Force. Consistent pressure. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Brute Force. They're not backing down, and they're trying to take this fight and push to positioning. We got to be very careful. A lot of times when you chase a team, it can get very dangerous. I always talk about, if I'm playing 1v3, when I go in solo queue, I try to isolate one player. And that looks like what they're going to do right here. They might get a one-on-one very shortly. And that's not what you want. You four should stick together and try to fight it together. And this is what you want if you're one of the opposite teams. Beautiful stuff right there, though. Great job by Brute Force to be able to eliminate another team, third party, and they get the most kills for this round. Starting off with a bang. Looking real solid so far. Right there with 5 kills to start things off. And looking so good. They got a team rotating, which was most likely CSR. Right now, BTS, a team that has impressed me every single time they've been out. Losing players, getting betrayed by one of their players who started a new team, wanted to leave, and you know, a small little rivalry, friendly rivalry, but a rivalry nonetheless, where one of their teammates felt like they wanted to start their own group. So they parted ways. BTS ends up winning the championship shortly after in our tournaments, which showcased, you know, they're still a team to watch out for, and really love that about them. And they were very, very kind and understanding about the teammate wanting to step out. And man, oh man, we're gonna see them compete and try to make a name for themselves. They just picked up their third teammate, and it looks like he might be in trouble because the team we talked about earlier, CSR, is already deep into the ring, holding the position for the end game here. They're going to be able to hold this for multiple rounds. After the first round, they'll have this for the second round. And now all they want to do when you get a position like this and you have a caustic setup is step out and pop shots. Get yourself the maximum armor by consistently putting out damage anytime you see a team. You don't have to finish them. You just want to keep them away, then upgrade your shield at the same time by damage farming. And right now, CSR, the one flaw that they have is only having one blue shield teammate, which is never good. Make it so much easier for a team to one clip you. And BTS knows they're out there. And speaking of out there, let's see how this plays out. And both team posturing and pretty much trying to see what type of damage they can do. And speaking of that, a third party comes in. Looking dangerous. K Media coming in hot. About to get the ball rolling. And get into a big time fight right here. The third party team. And we're going to go to a couple of these players and see what they got to say. Liking everybody's positioning. For me, it's okay. You go through this back and forth, farm some damage to upgrade your shields. Hopefully you don't waste a lot of batteries in the process, and then you go forward. And I would like to drop a conversation about Seer and the nerfs that are coming. What are you expecting his nerfs to be? Drop it in the chat. I'll go ahead and open up the chat shortly and check out what you guys are saying. Those asking, when does the next series start? In September. We don't have an official date yet. Have to talk to Respawn and see where they're at on dates, because I want to respect the ALGS and make sure we're not having every tournament specifically when they have it, but we want to continue this journey as we go forward. $14 teams left. Still very early. Trying to find their way right now, taking their time. K Media, amazing team, who's won it. I believe this team right here, one of the most professional teams as far as management goes. Love what they do and what they offer. And everybody's posturing out. I really love this, guys. You might think that this isn't as interesting, but I love it. I love it. I love it. Team call. All media versus everybody right now, because CSR is also in the opposite side. You got UMP on the outside. There's a lot of action going on in this area. BTS still in the area. Plenty of teams just picking off shots, waiting. And it's looking like Caustics is a great pick once again. Man, I just can't believe how good Apex is. I'm just going to say it straight up. Like, I know it's good. I love the game, right? I play it, but they're at a great place right now. Like, we're spoiled because Caustic is officially super strong again. I was playing Fuse last week and just laughing at how good he is. And it's a legend that I said was useless, but I think he's pretty fun. I mean, at least in my, I have 3 accounts. I think 2 of them are in platinum. One of them's in gold right now. 3 accounts, and they, you know, playing in platinum and in gold with Fuse is hilariously fun because it's so good. Dropping that ultimate indoors or on a wall onto a team, oh, amazing. Of course, the tactical are good now. Look at these shots by Kyle Media. Perfect stuff here with the L-Star shots, and once you master this gun, you're going to be a scary player. There's so many teams in the area. They got to back all the way out of the scenario, and they can't. It's looking really rough. I'm liking what I'm seeing. We're going to rotate over to Gibby's Toes, trying to take over. These are champions, guys. These guys are winners. They've already won in the qualifiers easily, and now they're here to try to make some noise and make a push, and they're not playing around, as you can see. Beautiful stuff. And they have the longbow, a gun that I haven't used in a while. I missed this thing. One of my favorite snipers. All of the snipers, there's some really good snipers. And longbow, that rapid fire compared to Sentinel is what makes it really fun to use. You can get a bunch of shots off and do heavy damage if you can hit a couple off the bat. And looks like Gibby's Toes are just enjoying the madness and chaos, trying to get themselves deeper into the ring and prepare for this fight. And he's going back to try to see what loot he can get. Critical component to remember that this isn't a team versus team game. Battle Royale is about survival. You don't have to fight every fight. Sometimes you got to back off the scenario and not force the issue. And this is a good setup here. Looking like Gibby Toes are getting pushed very hard at the moment. They're gonna have to figure out how to rotate. Their team captain right now trying to survive the scenario, but it's the 3rd ring. That is going to hurt a lot. He's got to get in there, and he doesn't have a Gibby bubble. Going down. UMP putting in work. Let's switch on over to these guys. Again, this team is special. They've always performed very well. And now trying to get themselves some extra points. And look at this shots being ranged off. Beautiful stuff. Taking down one of the players and overall performing extremely well. I'm loving the flatline usage. And man, he has an alternator, guys. Watch out. It's a care package weapon with disturber rounds, which is really heavy hitting. Was over 150 damage there, but it wasn't enough. They're about to finish this off. Great shots and beautiful hip fire. Amazing stuff by Claps here. Talk about premier performance. UMP are looking like goats. Non-stop action as we speak. And man, oh man, he's gonna have to shield swap quick in this next situation and not get too dirty. It looks like he's just gonna continue his reign. And perfect stuff right now by UMP. And I just want to rotate around and check in on some teams and see what's happening. That was so good. Game 2 looking really hot for UMP. Just wow. Wow, they just went on a streak. Everything we just saw there in total, 7 kills right off the bat in that one scenario, back to back to back to back. And now they're gonna have to work their way deep into the ring here, and they're gonna have to be very careful because there's gonna be a lot of teams also trying to figure out what's going on. Now, let's talking about teams. Again, we're seeing so many Caustics, and it's perfect. We love to see this. Different legends being used. It's not going to be Gibby, Bloodhound. and Octane anymore, we're gonna see some special things, and we've been seeing it season 9, season 10. I feel like the developers are starting to help the meta have variety, and we can blame the devs or we can blame the players who use a EVA 8 all the time or use the same legends every team, you know. But the devs are working to change that by giving us variety, and I believe Seer, once he gets nerfed, once everything gets nerfed, I think his passive, his tactical, and his ultimate need a little nerf. Some of it needs more than others, but after you nerf him, he'll be a great scout, and he can be a substitute for Bloodhound. It doesn't have to be only Bloodhound that you pick. Put Seer on your team. Of course, some people use Crypto or they use Valkyrie now. It's Pathfinder, still my favorite legend, but Apex is in a great place, guys. That's all I gotta say, and I'm really, really excited. And right now we're looking at BTS just play it patient and wait it out. It's looking like UMP still on fire, trying to wait it out as well. Gonna rotate around and check on this quick battle here. Brute Force, who was doing really good overall in their last push. And again, this is still 8 teams, still very early, but you shall see. Gonna rotate around the multiple teams and kind of just see what everybody's doing, get a sense for how it's all playing out right now. And this is what you don't want to be. You don't want to have a Caustic and be on the outside. Even though you're in the ring, find a way to be indoors with a Caustic, you're good to go. It looks like UMP on the outside. It's so many Caustics that play right now, and UMP is gonna have to drop down. This is where the Gibby ultimate is so incredible, because he has his dome, protect himself, and he's wiping out players. Beautifully done right here. Again, like I said, defensive bombardment can cause trouble to Caustic players. That's something that the devs want to look into and possibly make another Gibby style of legend. Some type of shield to protect itself from artillery strikes. And good stuff by Bangalore here, but she gets down and UMP goes down after performing so well, doing some great stuff. Uh-oh. CSR. About to get into it thick with BTS. BTS pushing some teams back, trying to stay in the fight right now. Loving the movement right now. Man, BTS is in trouble big. It's looking like Brute Force wants to take this fight and win it. Yeah, close this out, and wow, beautiful shots, but not enough. Brute Force stealing that right there, taking it and winning, and now they're gonna have to get ready for the last 2 teams, which is CSR. Again, they know how to hold positions and they really can control areas very well, but they need to heal up here. It looks like they don't have heals, because they should have healed up by now. They're hurting pretty bad, guys. No heals left with CSR. That'll cost them the game if they don't be careful here. Looking like Brute Force might be the team to beat. Gibby bombardment right on top of them, but again, that Gibby dome. You know? Shots raining off the Vault and the Eva. Sitting pretty right now. Baggy taking down one another player. Beautiful stuff right now. The last team trying to survive. And here it comes down. Brute Force, can they do it? I don't know. Man, yes, they do. Oh my goodness. Beautiful shots by Brute Force to steal. Game number 2. Perfectly done. Hey, big time respect and appreciation. Brute Force, top tier material. Great ending there. Holding down their position and getting the job done. Take a look at that replay. As we saw, CSR were already suffering here. There's only 3 teams left, but they weren't healing for the past 30 seconds we were watching them. And I couldn't understand why, and most likely they wasted all their heals. One of the things about playing defensive is sometimes you're so defensive you don't loot up. You're not, you know, prepared for the end game, and you need some type of healing for the end game to be able to make it. As we see Brute Force heal up, and I felt like they were in best position to win it all, especially throwing this perfectly timed bubble right before they get a Gibby bombardment on top of their head. And just good stuff overall by them. Avengers had 1 player left, and they had 1 player left, and it was anybody's game, but I just had a feeling the way Brute Force was playing that they were going to steal this, and it was anybody's game at this moment. Those massive shots really came in clutch for the win. And man, it's just the beginning, but I want to say hello. Thank you for tuning in. We are literally 2 games into a best of 7. After 7 games, the highest points will advance to the majors. I want to talk about the majors just a little bit. It's going to be very wild, the majors, when you think about bringing it back to match point. We're going to match point. We've been doing match point for the qualifiers, and we're about to do it again for the majors. So I'm very excited about that. So get ready. It's a beautiful thing for me personally. I absolutely love that setup. And speaking about setup, let's talk about it. Today on the 21st, you are watching the final majors tournament. We already have 5 teams that advanced, and now we're going to be seeing the final teams battle to make it into the championship rounds, which happen next Saturday, the same time as today. So the teams who made it in already are DIB Tryout, Solar Esports, Team Mystic, Phantom Thieves, and Bronze Dive Trail. Those are the teams that advanced from our majors last week. And now the teams here are all battling to get top 15. The teams who make it will have some prizes that I will discuss a little later, but man, it's going to be looking real good. And I'm super excited about that. All right, but let's just talk about the format today. 7 games, highest score wins it all. I think that's pretty straightforward, guys. And we are about to kick off into game number 3 as fast as possible. And man, oh man, the leaderboards are in. We're going right to the leaderboards. And I'm very, very excited about what is going down right now in these leaderboards. Check it out. Brute Force coming through with literally brute force. That's how good they are. They're literally pushing their way to the top. They have 40 points right now, and they're trying to stay at the highest of highs. And hey, that's respect, right? They're doing the right thing, and they're getting their wins, or they're getting their points. That's what it's all about. Brute Force, super incredible right now. But right below them, talk about super, the Avengers with 37 points, the second highest points right now. Six Crutches with 27. They didn't do that hot that last round. BTS with 23 right there. Easily come back. Funny enough, Six Crutches team captain was once a BTS member, but the problem was he betrayed them and left the team. Then he comes back during our qualifiers to create his own team.
This is your champion.
And now they're battling to see who's the best. Little backstory there. Just a lot of small things like that we've been seeing for the past couple months. Adding some lore to our tournaments. There's so much lore. Super grateful to be able to bring these events to you guys. Man, oh man, it's just the beginning, but we're looking really good. And we're gonna go ahead and look at the team to beat in game number 3. That's right, we're moving into game 3 already. We're gonna check out the top dogs in this scenario. Brute Force somehow making a name for themselves and taking over, and this is what you want to see, guys. Again, if you're watching these tournaments, we kind of scroll through a lot of teams, but if you're not top tier and you're going down right at the start, you might want to step up your game just a little bit. So, looking real good right now. Brute Force. Not really. Looking like they're getting taken down. Fuego coming in hot, trying to steal the shine from this scenario. And right now, Fuego doing a good job taking out 2 of Brute Force's players. This is a caster's jinx because Fuego somehow popping off and getting their points early here and taking out a top leader. This is critical for the lobby because now the lobby has a chance to try and catch back up. In a round like this where the leader in points is down, you get your moment to come back and score as much as you humanly possibly can. And so far, so good by Team Fuego, doing a good job. I like what I see by these guys. And speaking of like what I see, we're gonna go ahead and listen in to Team Fuego.
It's giving me purple shield. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, there's every time I see a gondola, there's a purple shield in it or a blue shield, and I'm like, why?
Crazy.
Oh, it's gonna back off of that situation, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. We gonna rotate around and check on a couple of teams that are in the thick of it. Everybody playing it smart and safe. Only team eliminated is Brute Force. I mean, they were top of the leaderboard and they can easily get surpassed in one game. So be careful, watch carefully. Thank everybody for watching. All right, this is a live stream and this is all done by me and my partner in crime, See the One You Envy. Basically, she does all the scores. She comes in on game day and she does the scores, and I pretty much run the Discord, manage, cast, and do all the extra stuff. So I'm super grateful to have her on board and for the community to be with us. So if you're watching, show me some love. You know what to do. And let's keep it pushing, man, and build this to the greater future. Avengers sitting comfortable right now. I'm liking where Avengers is at. It's looking like Team Rebirth sees that Avengers is right next door. They might be trying to take this fight. They're looking like they're gonna group up and take this fight. And this is really why Seer's passive is so strong, and I would nerf it because at all times he can tell where everybody is no matter what. Talk about a wall hack. You think Bloodhound scan is bad or too strong? Well, Seer's passive all game long. Give you all the information you need. There's no timer, there's no anything. So it's just super critical. They're gonna push this right away. They're trying to get into the fight. They gotta be very careful here. They're not fooling around, but they're facing Team Fuego, who's a very solid team. And doing the right thing, Rebirth, deciding to back out and play this smart. Don't want to be in a disadvantage when you try to push somebody. Always try to have the advantage. And right now, very, very smart move. People should take note. They did not force the issue. Oh, they're getting pushed. Interesting. They're getting hit by two sides, two different teams coming at them. And one of their players go down, their team captain getting hit really hard. And this is how the cookie crumbles sometimes. And right now they're working to survive, guys. Good stuff by Rebirth. Let's take a listen into those guys.
Team on our right, west, northwest. I think we hold inside. Is that team? I'm just gonna go inside. Yeah. I'm inside. Wiz, come. You're way too far ahead of us. They're on the roof, west, 289. Any damage, Wiz, or no?
Yo, these guys are super quiet.
No, I'm Iron 9.
Others are planning.
Iron 9 gold.
There's a sentinel down there. I'm gonna jump on three shit. I'm gonna use this for this.
Quick listening to see what they were doing, and we're gonna go ahead and rotate around and see who's close by. And right now, Team Alpha going at it against multiple teams in this area: Phoenix, Catalyst. So many teams in this area, so they got to be very careful. It's looking like Phoenix stepping out, and I like the eye position for Phoenix here. They're in the ring, and all they want to do is try to score some points. Down a couple players. Get that damage up. Farm that damage a bit. Nothing better than a sentinel when you're hitting your shots. Just beautiful stuff. And now he charges it. One of the best features in all of the guns that we know. You charge it. Oh, hits. .85, and that was a body shot. Very low limb shot. Hit for well over 100. Get that headshot in there. I like their positioning. I like what they're doing here. There's a caustic comp, so they want to be indoors. They want to hold something close, force the team in towards them if they're going to push them. Caustic always has the advantage in those scenarios, so it's harder to push on a caustic. And if he could land one headshot with that thing, beautiful stuff right now. Looking at game 3 for Battle League's tournament series. It has been a journey and a half all the way since May we've gotten here. All these teams have fought over and over and over, and I'm so proud of everybody. And finally, we can talk about the championships, some prizes, and things like that. So a little later, I'll discuss it. But man, I'm just super humbled to be able to get to this point. I did not take any sponsors. I was very, I would say, I wouldn't want to say egotistical, but I was definitely trying to be different than everybody and not take sponsors for this first series. But I believe from now on we'll start taking some for the next series and going forward to be able to give players more. So we shall see in the near future. And so far so good. I really like Phoenix's position, but they got to rotate soon, so it's not exactly the best. And speaking of rotating, Avengers fooling around on each other right as I take a look at them. We can actually go and listen.
Just use bats on yourself. I like that.
Yeah, me use a bat on 10 HP though.
Bro, well, you have gold shield, like.
Hey, it's still a complete win.
Okay, hold on. Now it's done like.
Never mind.
No, we were probably gonna wrap around towards the tree.
Bro, there's a kid
Yes.
under us.
Yeah,
dog.
I was about to say, do you do this?
It's a
Here,
circle.
Can't see him.
He's one.
Slice. Got a solo. Team moving up. Okay, get him. Okay, come on. You, Kari, push back. Kari, push back. No, we're gonna go take.
No way they push
Go to
us.
One through tree. No, one through tree. Still rotating into here. Oh. You wanna see if we can take mid tree? Start rotating now.
Light.
Light.
Always need light, bro. It's like 3,000 heavy.
No. Where? Anybody? Honestly.
Got the Prowler Rampage.
Avengers super calm right now. I think we're gonna back out of that
I'm getting
combo.
more energy with them.
I love calm teams because it's more better performance. The more calm your team is, the better you perform.
Can we see if mid's open?
Of course, there's greats who can be in a chaotic situation and perform great too, but
I'm gonna grab that. Okay, go play mid. Oh my god. We play mid. Just get on mid. Give me pushing. You cracked it. Don't me. Get up. That's a
Alrighty, and right now, Avengers trying to make a move and get themselves in a better position here. They got to be very careful because there's a couple of good sniping areas to their right. They can get hit very hard while they're fighting this team in front of them. They have somebody to their right that can definitely light them up, especially if someone finds a Kraber. Dangerous, dangerous world out there. So today's game is something that we won't be doing for the championships. We're mixing up the maps, trying to give everybody a little variety for the majors to find, you know, for the finale. And all of the guests and all of the special things that I had planned when it comes to having guest casters, I have kind of told them to wait for our next series. So the casters we'll have will be most likely regulars. I've invited them. We'll see if they come, but I didn't invite our regulars, which is some great guys. We'll have some for the majors. Could be super interesting. We're talking about interesting right now. Avengers trying to get some shots up and figure out their scenario. There's a lot going on with the teams preparing to fight, and it's looking like Gibby's Toes has a very beautiful spot right before they have to rotate. They're gonna have to figure out how they're gonna play this. They're gonna move deep left into the ring from there and try to hold the high ground. Can be very good as long as there isn't another team trying to take their spot. So we'll see how this plays out. And there is a team right on them. Have to be very careful here. I would throw my ultimate right at them, force them in, and then give us a second to heal up and prepare. That's exactly as I say. Now they have to figure out how they're gonna play this scenario. They actually decide to rotate the opposite side, which is smart right now. Get the high ground on one of these mountains and wait it out. Put in a tough situation, so this is going to be their best scenario. And they're right above two teams fighting. Good stuff. Interesting enough, Seer will get nerfed right before the championships. Well, I am interested to see if he will be played after his nerf and what that is going to be. Love the fact that we're seeing him played a lot. I think it's good for meta, that variety of different legends. Now, is he overpowered? Sure, but that's a different day, a personal stream conversation that we'll get into. Try to keep this strictly for the esports side of it, but I'm really excited about the meta consistently changing. You know, a new map possibly for season 11, new legends always change the game, weapons that can change the game drastically.
Go this way.
We shall see. AAO. I love these guys. Very, very solid team. Gonna rotate around and check on out here. Gibby's Toes hurt pretty bad. Avengers trying to get it going. And it looks like KAO has the best position, but this means they're gonna have to fight a lot of teams off. We're gonna have to fight everybody on, honestly. Shots there. We wanted to let you get a moment of game sound. Tell me what you're feeling there. Appreciate what I'm seeing from KAO, just putting out damage. It's not about eliminating anybody. You want to keep everybody off your back. You have the best position. You don't want anybody to get comfortable and push you. You want to keep them on their toes at all times. They rotate, they got to deal with your shots. And as you can see, KAO holding their position comfortably, keeping everybody away. One team that keeps trying to get brave. And solid stuff by this team right here. And they've done an amazing job in these tournaments consistently. You guys remember, these are champions. These guys outperformed everybody for every tournament they played in. Pretty much they were top 3. And it's been a fun ride watching them, and now they're here in the finale. Can they keep it up? Can they step up the game and take it to the next level? They're 9th place with only 12 points. But right now they have some kills, and not only that, they actually also are doing a really good job holding this last spot. So far, so good. Only one more team left, and they are comfortable. Looking like Zero Death about to go at it. Zero Death needs to score big, because they're in 11th place. And here it is, shots raining off, taking one of their players down. Beautiful stuff here. Zero Death about to clean it up. It looks like they're going to get the win here with the finale 1-on-2. Beautiful stuff right there by Zero Death. Perfect scenario for them to be able to score and get themselves up on that leaderboard for game 3. And so far, so good for Zero Death. And it's just the beginning, but man, oh man, we got some good games. Let's take a quick look here as KAO held everybody off, had the best position for a long time. The ring started closing in on them. Once the ring starts closing on you, you're not playing the same. Now you have to rotate. Rotating is not the best scenario in any fashion when it's the end game and you're forced to rotate instead of rotating when you know it's best. So they're pretty much dropping everything they got, trying to stay alive in this scenario here. They're out in the open. There's not a lot of cover. And that's what cost them the game there. And it looks like Zero Death, when we look at them, they had great cover. They threw the defensive bombardment right on top of KAO. And now they're taking the fight, pushing their pace. Zero Death just consistently putting in work. KAO doing their job. Loving what I'm seeing right now by Zero Death. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We are just getting started. You just saw game 3. We're going to game 4. It's super early. We're going to keep it rolling. We got to get this ball rolling nonstop. There's 7 games. We're going into game 4 very shortly. So stay tuned. Do not turn the dial off. Let's take a quick look at our calendar so you can know what's going down. Today's majors is the finale of our majors, and we're going into the great championship next Saturday. Before that, you got 7 games today. We just saw game 3 and we're going into game 4, and it's been a good run so far by all of these amazing teams. We had pro teams, we had the champions of the ALGS, we had top streamers come by and play, pretty much everybody, and it was all down to 40 teams in the majors. We've had 3 events for the majors. Today's the last one. And now these teams are fighting to make it into the championship. And it's about to go down.
Official Magamer says.
So
"Get in
thank y'all for
spot."
tuning in. It's been a blast. I'm super excited for what is next. And just to showcase it to you
Magamer
guys,
says,
our
"Rename
format, very
yourself."
simple. 7 games are going to be played right now. The top 15 teams advance. How do you advance? The highest scores will advance to the next round. So far, we've had 3 games. We still got 4 more to go. So it is looking really good right now. Super excited about today's tournaments and the future. Plenty of games left, and we're going to have a new series that we'll announce later this week. But as you can see here, this is the roadmap that got us here. Pretty good stuff. And let's just take a quick look at the actual leaderboards now that we saw everything happen. We're about to get the ball rolling. And check it out. Avengers coming out hot, steaming and beaming and getting 45 points. They are not playing around, guys. I don't know if you ever saw any Avengers movies. These are not them. And I'm not sure teams can officially be named Avengers, but that's what they are in our tournaments because we allow it. And man, they are avenging that leaderboard and consistently trying to take that spot. It looks like Brute Force right underneath them, down 5 points, still have a chance to get back and win this game super early. We are excited about what we see here. Also, other teams stepping up and getting on the board and trying to take over. You got Gibby's Toads at 3rd place with 39, and right below them by 2 points minus Zero Death, about to take over as well. They all so close in striking distance to take that first slot with 6 crutches underneath them as well. So all of these teams moving on up in the bracket, and the teams below still have a chance because there's 4 games to go. It is super early and we still got a lot of game to play. So do not sleep on these teams. And super excited. We're going to let you check this out for a second. We're about to get the ball going into the next game. Be ready. It's going down right now, as a matter of fact. Thank y'all for tuning in. And just so everybody knows, this is all independent. And we're just lucky to have Respawn support our events, and we're going to take it to the next level for our next series. This is literally our first series for Apex. We've done esports for 5 years or whatever, going to Twitch studios and doing a bunch of great things in the gaming communities, a bunch of charity events, a lot of great things in our lifetime. But it's our first Apex series, all right? And we are proud to build this community the way it has. We can't take any credit. It's all you guys. So I just want to take a minute to thank all of the players, all of the fans that have come together for this tournament. It's been an honor and a privilege. The matches are starting in less than 60 seconds. Take a minute to get some water and come running back. Run back. We're going to start game 4.
is your champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, yes, you are officially watching Game 4 right now. I'm super excited about it. And it is looking really good. Love it when teams are this good and we have a full lobby of greatness. I don't think you guys understand what you're witnessing. You're witnessing possible ALGS. I can predict that one of our teams that are in today's tournaments and that's in our championships coming up next week will be more than one of our teams. There's plenty of our players will be on championship teams in the near future. Year 2 of the ALGS is coming, and I believe we have top players. How do I know this? Because the players who've won ALGS competed in our tournaments and lost against some of these guys. So that tells you they are ready for you. They have what it takes. And I believe in them. We will be supporting them. We're not at the moment coaching or doing any management for teams, but we're lifting them up and we're going to do everything we can to bring them into the esports scene properly. And these tournaments are one way to showcase them to the world. So if you got support for one of these players or these teams, go ahead and send this out so that you can support them as well. The community-based focus. And right now we're just trying to see what is going down. It looks like Gibby's Toast about to take all the goods that they got.
Sniper ammo here. Heavy ammo here.
And we're gonna take a second here. Check out the fight as it happens with and Alpha. These two teams have battled multiple times. I'm talking about over 20 tournaments that they've competed against each other in our events, and we've loved both teams because they've been very consistent and performed very well. And today's there might be their last time fighting in this series. One might make it, one might not. Maybe both will make it to the championship. It'll be very interesting. And at the moment, it's looking like there's 3 teams. Brute Force is also here. So a lot of teams in this area. It's going to be a big fight between all of them. Brute Force having the high ground. This is the best spot right here. Do not want to get stuck in the swamps and have them. Plus, they need to rotate soon, so they're pushing on this, trying to take this win, eliminate one of the teams, score some points. Overall, it is good business. So far, so good by Team Brute, but man, there's so many teams in this area. Team Alpha trying to figure their way out. Rampage losing a player. Looks like Rampage is about to go down to Team Alpha. That rivalry is kicking in, folks. You're watching top tier stuff from everybody. Alpha's not alone. Remember, lurking. And Brute Force still lurking, taking some fights here. And holding their ground. They're going to get the high ground and possibly rotate around into the ring from this side, which is smart, and already going to be there, Team Alpha. And guys, we don't usually have for the championships, we won't have any other map other than World's Edge, but today is a special day. It's the finale, and we wanted to give you some Kings Canyon. We wanted to give you some Olympus, to have more of that. Be ready just for today. And if there is a new map for season 11 when the new season comes out, we will gladly feature that all day. And just to announce it also, we're looking to get our arena tournaments back for you guys. We want to try to overload you again the way we started off the series. We stopped arenas for a while because it was glitched out for a little bit. We wanted to wait till it's fixed, but it's fixed. So we're definitely going to be on that. And right now, Raven Alpha is about to run into multiple teams. They got to be very careful where they want to rotate. CSR, a team who loves holding the best positions in the map and keeping it. They always run with a caustic. I've never seen them without a caustic, and I think, you know, that's a winning strategy once you have a rhythm of how and where to place yourself. And right now, CSR trying to hold back Alpha. Doing a good job so far. Talk about Alpha. They're sitting with the classic setup here. Gibby, Octane, and Bloodhound. Versus a new entourage, which is Valkyrie and Seer. Two brand new legends compared to the classic. And right now, CSR just being who they are, holding their position, not worrying too much. Raven deciding to back out of that fight. They do not want to take it. They're going to get hit in the process. They might go down. One of their players gets taken out, and their team leader finding a way to get back up. Not going to be good. Trying to survive. Man, oh man, Team Alpha getting hit extremely hard. In a dangerous situation here. Brute Force, once again, the third-party masters today, taking care of business.
See, we move this way.
Give a listen to CSR.
That's such a hard shot to hit.
They got going on. They've been holding this position for a while now, and it's just smart.
We have to push this team off us. They don't push us. This team. How the fuck can you see me? Let him jump down right here. Hit him 60. Yes, yes. Make sure to watch out for his blood. 101 on the seer. Holy shit, that was nigga. That was gross. $60. That's Octane. Any nades for that? I can check out this. No hits. They hit pad. They have a pad. Flying on us. Flying on us. Toss the gold. Yeah. Hold. Coming in back.
Sounds like they got one player on the comms, or everybody else listening. And that's the strategy, but right now they're holding down this spot. They got a team right above them. They got to be very careful here. The one thing about Caustic is it's very difficult to push. I'm liking their poise, just being calm, not feeling no pressure. Being pressured at the same time, but not feeling the pressure by just holding their spot. They did get pushed out of their position, and man, oh man, they lost their position. They might actually use Valkyrie and get all the way out of there, rotate. Possibly, we'll see how this plays out for them, but that'll be their position if they don't like where they're at. That's where Valkyrie comes in and saves the day. So super interesting from them, but there's tons of fights going on. Gonna go ahead and rotate around to the teams in the action right now. Hotski. Haven't talked about them. Another great team that we really like to see perform. Fan of Apex, somebody who plays. I always love to watch and enjoy the top performances as possible. Kotzi about to make their move and get inside here. Gotta be very careful, but it's definitely looking like they're gonna take this fight here. Pushing the team all the way back. Now they get inside, able to hold this position. Once Seer gets nerfed, I'm so interested to see how he plays. He's a very great legend. Small little ones. Being ran off and taking the portal. What a brave soul. This isn't exactly the best scenario, but they decided to take it. And look at Akoski deciding to hold their own and not be afraid of this scenario. 12 teams left, so they have to be careful for the third party fighting one team the whole time. As I say it, they get hit from behind, and man, oh man, it's not looking good for Team Akoski. 2 of their players go down, 1 last player alive, but he's getting hit from a third party. And now the odds are not in their favor. It's a dangerous world out here. So many teams. We're going to take a quick look at Raven Rebirth, who's also in the mix in this fight. And a lot of quiet pacing here. Some teams are playing it smart, waiting it out, taking their time. Speaking of taking their time, brute force being beamed here by Rampage. Rampage is gonna have to figure out what they're gonna do against this push here. Super aggressive. Perfectly done right there. Rampage unable to survive that push, and good stuff by brute force.
I need light ammo.
Brute force in the back end of the map, trying to get their way deeper into the ring, making sure that they have position for this next ring. It's going to be a tough one with teams above them. They're going to have problems. And look at this. CSR still in their position, trying to hold it with their toxic. Going to be having to be very careful here. Brute force right above, trying to take this fight. And man, oh man, it looks like CSR survived their teammate and beamed. And man, good shots there. CSR somehow revived their teammate. They want to get out of this whole fight. They have a team above them, a team to the left. It's just not looking good. The Valkyrie got down. That was the person that they wanted to try keep alive, because she can help them rotate. Team above them is beaming them. It's just a lot going on. And there it is. They're deciding to get out. And I would have done that a while ago, but man, oh man, they somehow made it. About to go through and no, wow, the fail, folks. Wow, all 3 players go down, and we have not seen that in these tournaments. I've never seen that in Apex. Dying to the ring while you're Valkyrie. Oh man, what a situation. Tough stuff for CSR. That is heartbreaking, but with so many great teams left. 6 0 depth. They've been doing really well, on fire right now, putting in the work. With tons of kills in this one. They're gonna rack it up and stack it up, especially if they can win it all. They already have 13 kills in this one game. So looking really good as far as that goes. We do have our leaderboard and our stats there that you can check out. I will present that a little bit, but we focus on the leaderboards mainly, and we want to push through these games. So stay tuned.
Here.
5 teams left, still very early. A lot of time left to go. Gonna get Real Death decide to push this space and see what they can do. Great shot there. It's a solid, very powerful gun now on the floor. Yeah. Juice on replay, just sitting there, lovely, putting in work confidently with his team, and it's looking like Zero Death is on fire. They are burning this up. This is a ALGS championship style performance by Zero Death. Incredible to say the least, and it pumps me up because I'm proud to consistently have the greatest players in our events. And I'm humbled to present that to you guys watching. Hope you're enjoying. If you do, you know what to do. I'm going to start advertising my stream, something I've never done for my 5 years, 6 years of streaming and content creating. I don't really push for that type of support, but we're going to start doing it. We need it. Forward together, guys. Talking about that, Zero Death. Yeah. Still 2 players left. They're getting pushed pretty hard at this moment. Survive and getting some shots in. Beautiful hip fires, and man, oh man, Zero Death is not going out without a fight.
Back with enemy.
Getting one of his teammates up, making it twice. It's the final fight for Zero Death. Can they survive? Gibby's toes taking over and beautiful shots. Oh my goodness, what a way to end game 4. I cannot believe what we just saw. The beautiful ending with the Kraber shot. Guys, don't worry. We got a replay on that game 4 because it was insane. Are you serious? Can you believe what you just saw? I cannot. So let's just rewatch it. First of all, we were watching Zero Death for the most part do their job and get a bunch of kills. And I talk about a bunch, they overloaded. Okay, they almost got a 20 bomb in this one game, and they were doing their job. But Gibby's toes were right on their tail, pushing the pace. And they got one of their players down, and this is where they started to pick up the pace and take over. And it was a really good battle until the last minute. And sometimes it's really all about positioning, and we didn't see Zero Death in good position. You know, they don't have a Cossack to hold the inside, so it didn't have any advantage there. And this Gibby was trying to survive, reviving his teammate and everything, and you would have thought maybe they make a comeback here. It's looking good, but Gibby's toes also saying no can do and finding a way to get this shot and get it done. Incredible stuff, to say the least. Look at this Kraber shot, guys. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a charge rifle shot. In my mind, it was a Kraber. Great stuff right there. Wow. All right, let's listen into the roadmap. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Apex Legends Champions Legacy Tournament Series has arrived with some amazing games and content that we've brought to you guys. We've had over 100 teams, some pro players who have won championships in the ALGS, and some community members growing and building their own teams. It's been an exciting time, and we want to break that down in detail. The roadmap to the championship started off with our qualifiers, where all of these teams competed to try to make it into the majors. Those who won made it into the majors, and then of course those who were on top of their games were selected to be a part of the majors. This community events really showcased Apex at its finest. We've had over 30 plus matches and tournaments for these teams, and man, oh man, we are excited because we have tons of great players and teams we will be showcasing. Moving on to the majors, what you're seeing right now, the most incredible thing is happening. All of the champions are in. They have won the qualifiers, and from going into the qualifiers, where anybody is eligible to enter, is open to the community, they are going to be making it into the majors. And you could be joining this, so go right ahead and head to our Discord so that you can get involved and sign up for future events, because there's so much more in store for these. That being said, today we are in the majors, and we have top tier only champions and top teams are invited to this event. And man, oh man, what an event is going to be. These guys are literally the best in the world. Those players are incredible. And I'm very excited about what is coming for this, because this all leads into the championship rounds where it's only the best making it through. I'm super excited about it. I hope you guys are ready for today and going forward into the championships, because all of these teams put their hearts and souls into this, dedicated a lot of time, and everybody here is excited to see who will be the champions and who will create their own legacy with Court Battle League's tournament series. So thank you very much for being a part of this, and we will 100% have you guys get involved with what we have going on. All you have to do is head over to our Discord, sign up for our events, contact me, Mad Gamer INC, and I will gladly get you guys invested and involved with what we have going forward. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are 4 games into what you just saw, which was the breakdown on our roadmap to the championships. And man, it's been a ride. It's been a ride since May. We started, and teams have been kicking off very well, doing amazing things. And now we're literally
Kangaroo says, good luck.
Going into the last 3 games of the majors, which is wild to me. So I'm very excited.
One McCrypt once he says,
Thank you guys for tuning in.
TTSFSF.
And it's been an honor and a privilege to do this.
RVN
and to provide you guys with greatness.
RVN_PDWKINGG says, all in favor of no third parties.
And we are 3 more games away
Kangaroo
from
says,
getting to the championship.
agreed.
And right at the end of the stream, I'll make the announcement about some things that are happening for the championships with some prizes. Won't officially post it until Monday,
Juicy Underplay
but on the
says,
stream
no,
today,
that
you
good.
will get that information. So I would expect people and players to get excited.
Twitch Finness says, just get better. Magnuson Trees says,
And be ready.
PLS stop killing me.
Be ready. So,
Denmouth
super,
South Carolina
super
says,
blessed
all in favor to have 20 Revtons.
to,
RVN_PDWKINGG says, shush nerd.
on that. To keep in mind, the way this all
Twitch
works
Finness
is
says, Red
high
Team
score wins,
Kangaroo
right? And
says,
it advances
what
to
he
the
said.
championships. 15
Kangaroo
teams
says,
will advance.
no.
Very
LGS
simple
says,
setup. We calling
GG
it
guys.
survival format.
Kangaroo
But
says,
of course, there's probably another
GGWP.
name for it. This is the way we're trying to theme it, like a battle royale, last team standing. And 5 teams already advanced, as
Lord Max says,
what,
You're on
15
Rev
plus
Tainer,
teams
yeah.
already got eliminated. Now we're down to the last 20 teams.
Juicy
And out of these
Underplay
20 teams,
says,
only 15 will make
Twitch
it.
Finness says, feel bad for the bottom 5 teams.
So the last 5 are the teams that we got to watch out for and worry about.
Juicy Underplay says, look at number 20 last game. The one you and he says, stop talking.
So get ready, get going. We're trying to get these final scores in. And then we will 100% be with you
Zoner
guys
says,
shortly.
Yes. Zonerb says,
So
Patty.
thank y'all for tuning in and rocking with us. If you want to see the scores, I'm waiting for them to be updated.
Zonerb
Gladly
says, Tad.
showcase them to you guys. But we appreciate it.
Louis underscore says, you and your pulse scans. SQW underscore QUIKTV says, how did that crab taste?
Stick around. We'll be right back.
FNG underscore bullet says, 3. Fishal Magamer says, rename yourself.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for, the leaderboards are here. We're going to take a quick look, a deep dive into these bad boys. And we're going to look at them carefully now because it's literally the grand finale here. We got 3 more games, okay? And the teams that are in the bottom of the bracket need to figure it out. You got to start scoring some points and get it right. And we're going to check that out and focus on those to start off instead of watching the guys up top, because the guys up top are made it. The guys up top are in. So they will guarantee their spots. Top 15. Below that, Team Delta, Team R99 South, Team Alpha, Catalyst, and Cow Media. All those teams have to step it up. And they're not far behind. You're looking at the teams 15, they only have 10 points. So, I mean, they can move up easily in one game. They can catch up. We've seen teams score 20 plus points in one game. And who knows? We're going to give you guys a moment to check this out while we get started for the next game. Going into game 5 right now, very shortly. So be ready in less than 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are done waiting. We're about to go into game 5. All right, so strap on your seatbelts and get ready for game 5. It is going down. I'm super excited because these teams at the bottom of the bracket are amazing teams. Don't sleep on these teams just because they aren't scoring a lot this game. You can't win them all. Sometimes it's a little rough out there. But we might see a comeback very shortly. So stay tuned. In less than 2 minutes, we are starting this off. Ladies and gentlemen, it is happening right now. We are about to go in to game number 5. I'm very excited. I'm very humbled. And man, oh man, we're going to see some greatness. Understand, these games all play a role not only to the top 15s advancing, but of course, you can get bonus points going into the championships. It's not going to be a lot of points, but it's going to be a little something. And I'm very interested to see how it all plays out. Remember what I said at the start of the majors. In the beginning, all that matters for the majors is scoring the highest amount of points. Those points are totaled and put up against other teams.
This is your champion.
The top teams are going to get bonus points to start off. Won't be a lot, but it'll be enough to give them a kickstart. So, anyway, without further ado, we waited long enough. We had to give players a break. We got something to drink, hopefully a snack, went to the restroom, and now they're ready to finish this off. Last 3 games. Hope you're rejuvenated also. We're going to check out R99 South, a team that has performed so great. We really love this team. We love what they do and who they are. And they came out guns blazing recently to win and become some champions. So super solid stuff by them. And they are officially in line. And this is the loadout of the year for me. For Season 10, a Flatline and an EVA 8 is definitely one of the most powerful in the game and most reliable. Of course, you can swap out for the R301, pick out the Flatline, but I believe Flatline's better. You can handle it. Does more damage and have a bigger clip. It's top tier, especially when you can hip fire. That in mind, right now, R99 putting in some work, getting some shots in, upgrading their shield to blue. Again, like I said, you don't have to go farm. You can pick up damage and put in work that way. And right now, solid performance by R99 South, getting some shots up. Let's see who they're fighting. They're actually right next door to Raven Delta, and R99 South currently are sitting at 17th place with only 6 points, so they have to score here. Delta's right above them at 16th. So having both these teams close to each other is exactly what you want to see. And there's definitely some fun rivalries. Not bad blood, guys. It's the one thing I like about my tournaments so far. Since we're not doing, $10 million prizes, the players are more enjoying the tournaments, having fun. There's no pressure to win $10 million. So players are a little more friendlier to each other. And these guys have had a little bit of a rivalry playing against each other for over 15 games in our tournament. So they are definitely well knowledgeable about each other's play styles. And that's why you see this standoff right now. Really good shots here by their team captain, Overt Ops. A really fun player to play with, super aggressive and extremely coordinated on when to make the push. And at the moment, they're playing it passive, which is the right idea here. You don't have the high ground. There's no need to push this unless you down a player or do some type of serious work in this scenario. And at the moment, haven't done anything. So you got to be very careful. Looking like they're going to rotate, which is a good decision. Get themselves deeper equipped for a battle, which is just as necessary. And we're going to take a quick look, because right next door to them, right on the opposite side, is Team UMP, another team that's fought with these guys over and over and over. And UMP is in 13th place, so they're sitting comfortable, but UMP only has 14 points. Okay, Delta and South have 7 and 6, so you think about that, they're right next door. So UMP's got to score big in these next 3 games in order to stay relevant and not fall out of the top 15. And we shall see if they can make it. And right now, they just escaped that battle they were about to be in with Team South. And now rotating comfortably. And every team is popping off with a seer, guys. We got a lot of seers and a great legend. I think I'm gonna be honest, I know he needs to get nerfed and all, but what I'm about to say isn't controversial. It should be agreed upon. Seer is what 2 years of designing characters brings you. And what I mean by that is, like, he's so powerful, he's so well designed. Everything that he offers is so incredible. If every legend had the same amount of stuff he's had and were as strong as him, this game would be very scary when it comes to ability. Now, some of these legends have less abilities than he does and aren't as powerful. And it's also because Apex wants to make this about gunplay. So it's one of those conversations, and you gotta know it's very hard. I think Respawn did a good job creating an amazing legend. Issue is he's so strong at the moment. So one of those conversations where he's too good. But that's a good thing. Every time a legend releases being too good, Valkyrie was a little too good. Did a baby nerf on her, helped bring her down a little, and that's what they've done with a lot of these legends. I think that's going to be the new pattern that we see. Well, not the new, but the pattern that we'll consistently see with new legends coming out. Rather than be good, too good to start off, than to be terrible to start off. And as we talk about too good, BTS pushing this fight right now. Great grenades, trying to get in the flow, wall bouncing, and amazing stuff by Bernie here. Bernie, baby. I love BTS a lot. When I say a lot, like, I really do think they perform very well, and they'll do great if they can make it into majors. I mean, to the championships. They're trying their best to figure out this puzzle here of a push that they're doing in an awkward positioning. This team is using everything that they got, and they're getting third partied at the time. Oh my goodness. And it's looking like BTS is going to be doing the third partying. Solid stuff right here. BTS getting loaded. This is a good thing right here. When you get this loaded, you're done looting for the day, and all you're focused on is your positioning. And solid stuff by them. We're gonna go ahead and rotate around and check out Fix Crutches, who is in the top 5 right now. Some amazing work and pulling out that Pathfinder. Trying to find an arc star throw, which is actually one of my favorite things to do in the game. Pretty much ever. I'm obsessed with arc stars, to be honest with you. That's how bad it is. Or how good it is. Because it's just satisfying to stick someone. Satisfying to crack someone with those. Good shots here by VK. Beautiful Peacekeeper shots. This used to be my loadout, R99 and Peacekeeper. Once they nerfed EVA 8 and don't make it so overpowered, you know, the Peacekeeper will come back strong. It's such great hip fire. It's such an amazing gun. You can do long range, close range, everything. Peacekeeper is underrated because the EVA is so broken. And VK somehow surviving onslaught right here. Man. Fix Crutches got hit pretty hard by Team CSR and survived. CSR looking like they want to push this. They're being smart and taking the best possible positions for themselves. We're gonna go and listen. 6 Crutches here. What they're doing and see what their game plan is in this scenario. Understanding they got a team on top of them. Could be a dangerous situation. Let's check it out.
I think so, yeah.
Maybe look for a purple.
Yeah, there should be a couple on this one.
Just hold this for now.
We could push that team.
I mean, we could just hold here. I don't want to get third party. Yeah, look, we're already getting shot in our back. There's team on our back, team on our back. Here, just sit inside, Fusion.
Yeah.
If they push us, then they're down. We can hold here for as long as we can.
I'm swapping the wingman.
Are they getting shot behind us? No, they're not.
Fine here.
There's someone right in here. They are still fighting. Yeah, there's one guy crafting, 2 guys right here. Gibraltar Seer on front. I don't know who that is.
Was it too weird? Actually,
I absolutely could, but that team is playing long ranges with them, so I'm gonna try to get a little heavy somewhere or something. Yeah, on mid.
Your helicopter above. Almost broke that kid.
That kid's weird. Tell me if I need to get out.
One
Good shit.
Popping back.
On right, behind Oxen.
He be dead.
Stay alive, back up.
Nice job, stay alive, yeah.
Fried.
We're getting pushed. Get inside.
These guys are idiots.
They're still there. They're still there.
Oh my god, they could have fucking destroyed us. I pushed that bad. My
No.
bad.
How? Are they still over there? They're not pushing, right? Okay.
Caustic's out front. Caustic broke out front, but he went inside, I think.
We just fucking rolled that team. They're so bad.
This guy's just...
He has an envoy. Stop peeking. We get to go for zone. Go like over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat. Hey, one of these kids have red that I dropped. Or did you pick it up? I think one of you guys picked it up. Never mind. Bitch. You're a Phoenix. Once I get this off, we can rotate.
Damn it, my right stick feels so gross.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Very casual comms by 6 Crutches. Once again, the top teams tend to speak very casual and relaxed compared to some of these teams that are screaming and yelling. We've seen this a lot in ALGS. Some of the newer teams are, you know, having the in-game argument about pushing or staying back. Small little details like that make a big difference. This guy's getting me dizzy, guys. What is going on? A lot of people camping for points here. And man, oh man, it happens sometimes. And we're gonna rotate into BTS, who's doing very good this round, trying to get themselves right back into the game. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Right now, BTS in the vicinity with a bunch of teams right next door. They got to be very careful about this. I like what they're at. I like what they're doing, but it's still super risky with about 3 or 4 teams in this vicinity. They want to hold the high ground and keep it, not allow the teams to push. And this is what they're doing right here against Team 6 Crutches, a team that they have a rivalry with. Once a former teammate turned enemy, and now they're playing against each other. Love the fact how they both made it. They earned their way into the majors by winning a qualifier. It's not easy to win a qualifier. They did a great job. Now they are competing to try and finish this game, with only 8 teams left. BTS sitting comfortable here. A lot of teams camping and waiting it out. And no, folks. Oh, man. Oh, there's an error. Big time error going on, folks, during game 5. It's still happening. It's just some host errors, and it happens. There's not much I can do about the server, things like that, so we apologize for the inconvenience. We're trying to figure out how to fix it. And that is ridiculous. What is happening? And there definitely is a huge issue. Huge issue, folks. Game 5 is still happening. I can't call it. This has never happened before. So I have the game open on multiple systems to be able to spectate on it. But they're both having technical difficulties with the server on the Apex side. So it's not looking good for me. Not looking good at all. But it happens, and hey, is what it is. We're gonna make the best of it in Apex Legends. You know, the Respawn team, I will definitely clip this and send this to them and basically let them know what the heck is going on, man. But what you're gonna do, we are doing our best. Just matches are still happening. There's 6 teams left, I can tell you that. And everybody's trying to make it work. BTS is still there. KAO, Rampage is still in there. Brute Force still in there. Rebirth still in there. 6 Crutches still in there. So working it out as we speak. I do have one visual. Here we go. We're gonna look at this from a third person view. I don't know how long this is gonna last. Teams are in here fighting. This is one of those amazing situations where you get to see who's the top dog. Multiple teams on this side. Rampage trying to survive. We're getting a third person view, something we rarely do in this. Hey, it's always a new day, right? Rampage pushing in, trying to take the fight. Get up top. Apex looks a lot different when you watch it from an overview, folks. Kind of like this. It's turning into a real-time strategy game here, as you see BTS trying to survive this third-party push. They're actually doing a good job surviving it. They might get knocked at least. It's 2-on-3, and I don't think the other team notices yet that it is a 2-on-3, and they're actually going to get hit from behind as well. This is perfect view for you guys to watch. Man, oh man, they get destroyed there. Now BTS pushing in on that action and taking them out. BTS is going to have to back out of this scenario, and they do. And just solid stuff by BTS. Talk about intelligent play from them, and they're going to rotate to the left here. And these are the last two teams, folks. BTS is going at it right now. Can they survive? Brute Force about to try to win, but they're going down. BTS, even with the technical difficulties on the visuals, come out with a win. And man, oh man, we're going to start watching Apex Legends from overview, because that was an incredible ending. And I loved it. I actually loved it. You rarely get to see that, and we got to see it today, and it was fun. It was a good visual to see the third party pushes and the positioning, and that is a good way for players to learn the game in those scenarios. And let's take a quick look at that finish there. And again, BTS was getting third partied. They pushed the team back, and Brute Squad helped third party that fight as well. Moving in the red with all red, BTS finishes them, gets repositioned. The last two teams are there. It's Brute Squad versus them. And sitting very, very comfy. At this very moment. It was just perfectly done right there by BTS to be able to take that win and get it done.
Official Magamer says, rename yourself.
Just solid performance. Again, BTS being who they are. We knew who they were, and they continue to show us who they are. And thank you for tuning in. If you're watching, we hope you're enjoying it. It's just a start. We're warming up. We're still getting going. We got a lot more games to play. Well, I'm lying. There's only 2 more games. All right. It's pretty much game over. And we are officially in it to win it. The grand finale is coming up. 2 more games in World's Edge. top teams facing off. We're gonna rush this one in here. We're not gonna wait too long. Everybody's ready. You know, we're in it. We're in it. We want to get these games started. And
Official
super
Magma says,
blessed
"Get in
to
slot."
be able to offer this to you. And we're gonna take a quick look at the format so you can know exactly what's going down. The format is basically top teams advance. Okay, so how do you be the top team? You have to score the most points. Whoever has the highest scores will advance. Simple as that. So there's 5 teams that will get eliminated if they do not end up higher in the 15 or higher bracket. There is some catches. If you don't score high enough, you won't get any points for the championship. But to get into the championship, you have to be one of the top 15. And man, oh man, we are sitting pretty going into game number 7 right now. So thank you for tuning in, and it's been an honor and a privilege to run these up with you guys as we go. We're about to go into game 6 very shortly. So I hope y'all enjoy it. Hope y'all enjoy it as much as I do. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're about to go ahead and show you the scoreboards, even though they're not updated. We want to see them so bad, so bad. I'm sure you want to see them as much as I do, and see the one you envy is in control of those. But I definitely need to see what is happening here, and these are going to be updated very shortly, as See the One You Envy is the queen of taking control and making sure that we got the right scores. I'm just waiting for her confirmation, and there it is. It's confirmed, folks. It's gonna load up right before your eyes, and there it is. Wow, folks, Gibby's Toes taking over the top tier setup, and I'm liking what I'm seeing by them. And check this out right below: 0 Death, 6 Crutches, Avengers, and Brute Force, all right there at the finale, sitting very pretty. I'm excited, but check out the bottom bracket. It's starting to change just a little bit. We are looking at a minor change at the bottom of the bracket. So teams are catching up. It's looking like Raven Delta are right next door to Akatsuki for the 15th spot. So still super early, still a good chance. And I'm very, very, very lucky to have these teams going. So we got 2 more games. This one coming up, which is game 6, and then the last one, which is game 7, and we're out of here, guys. On to the championship rounds. So just so you guys can know, the championship rounds are next Saturday. So make sure you follow, like, subscribe, donate, give me a massage, you know, all that narcissist stuff that we do in our society. Small waist, pretty face type of stuff, you know. Oh man, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, this is not a drill. You are watching live coverage, and I'm throwing a couple jokes out here to keep you guys lighthearted and hopefully enjoying it as much as possible, because these teams are the real deal. We got next week where it is going to be insane, the amount of pressure on each team to perform, because we are going to do the majors. And it might go 6 games, 7 games, it might go 10 games. But we want to keep the games flowing. So it's going to be super interesting on how that works out.
Looks fun over there. Forget I said anything.
And enough talk, guys. Let's go right into the match. How about that? This game is game 6. This is pretty much a do or die for some teams. If they can't score big enough here, you know, for me, if I'm on the bottom bracket in the bottom 15, I'm just going to drop hot. Any team I see, I'm dropping on them right away. It's like, hey, let's just take this fight here and then just get the high ground or get a good position spot with some good loot and good position. Just push the team right away. Once we grab a gun, get over there and push the team. And the reason I do this is because we're at the bottom of the bracket. We got nothing else to lose. It's not like we're doing so hot. So a team like R99 South, who's 17th, they need to go up 2 notches. They're only down 4 points to get into the championship. Literally 4 points. You know how heartbreaking that is to think 4 points? You know what's 4 points? It's just a wipe 1 full team and then get a little bit of placement. All right, just a little bit of placement. I don't need a lot of placement from you, but just give me a little. And the fact that, you know, we'll see how they'll play. Of course, teams like to play safe, but literally you can wipe out 1 full team and end up between 15th to 11th place and end up scoring 4 points. If you can't do that, there's a problem, right? So R99 South is literally on the brink of making it in by 4 points to get up there. Of course, the team that they have to beat is going to want to score also. So they have to score more than 4 points, most likely. But the point is get out there, get a little aggressive. This is why this format gets interesting, because now all of a sudden we're doing who has what it takes. So we'll see how it plays out in the long haul. And I'm super excited about it. Again, there's a lot of teams in the area. Team Alpha as well. You know, they're not so hot. They're right there next to Team South also. They gotta be in these fights. Gotta take these fights. It's the only way for them to succeed. And right now, Team Alpha about to get pushed, and this is a good thing for them in the sense of they want to try to take a fight, score some points, get that confidence back and build up. You can't play just for placement because it's not enough points. Even if you get first place, there'll be another team who might frag out on you or above you. So this fight right here can change the game for Team Raven Alpha. Raven Alpha, first of all, has been one of the most professional, new, aspiring teams. They want to move up to be in the esports scene for the long haul. They're building other teams. They have a small organization that they're creating and really love who they are, what they're doing. It's an honor to have them on the tournaments. It's part of why I stopped. My first plan was to have a series featuring content creators and pro players, and that was the goal. But then we reversed it into the community because there's a lot of people who are taking this serious and deserve a shot. So Raven Alpha is one of those teams who really want to make a name for themselves. So this is a part of why we do it. And a lot of great teams out there. There's a lot of content creators and pros who already have a shot, but these guys are trying to make a name. So that's what we respect, and we root for all the underdogs of the world. We are also underdogs. CBL is not a household name in the Apex community, but we're definitely getting out there to the world. Wow, guys are doing something special. So let's see. Talk about doing something special. Team Delta smelling blood in the water, and these two teams are fighting for a 15th spot. They're about to take this fight right now, and they're being very careful about it, but it looks like it's gonna happen, and they're not gonna run away from it. These are both from the same esports organization. You got Delta and Alpha, two separate organizations, and one of them is rotating out of there because they're afraid of this fight. Looks like Delta's chasing down Alpha, and Alpha running away from this scenario at the moment, which I say was a smart move. They didn't have best position,
Longbow here.
and a lot of these teams are very, very nonchalant. You got to be seeing a lot of placement setups, everybody holding their ground. And the teams in the lower brackets are trying to get up, so they're going to be very active. And speaking of very active, in 6th place, BTS have been performing very well. And they see a team and they might want to push this. BTS got to be very careful in this situation. Man, his moves right there. I love when someone does the zigzagging while they're getting shot at. It's always fun for me. It's like a puzzle. You're like, oh, is he gonna miss this way or that way? Oh. Pretty fun. So BTS deciding to back off. They're actually not gonna push that fight, and this is called tactical smart play, guys. They're gonna step away from that situation. Sometimes that is the answer. It's how you win. And man, oh man, CSR just got caught between both teams, and now they're gonna have to fight this fight. He hit extremely hard. CSR getting beamed and taken down by BTS. Beautiful stuff. I'm not sure what that rotation was by CSR, but it was in a good decision to drop right on top of two teams in the same area. And it's not a safety hazard. We're gonna go ahead, check out Team R99 top here. Let's listen into these guys. Let's go.
Do you want to try walk around to here?
Yeah, UMP's fighting. UMP's fighting.
Let's go. Keep going. Keep going.
Let's get some.
I almost had pad. I almost had pad.
Keep in mind he didn't escape.
Fuck, he's one.
Down a player and it's not looking
Walk around
good.
here. We might be able to get
Gotta
this.
figure this out here.
They dropped down.
Okay.
I got a pad behind us.
Yeah.
They dropped down. They dropped down. Team right here. Leave. We're getting 30. Let's go.
Yep.
Oh, you just died?
Okay.
How does N4?
I don't think we're being followed.
Alright. Do you need meds? Here.
No, I got a few. I can take it back. One.
Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, I'm down to fuck it. We're getting sandwich. Stay here. They're getting sandwich. Stay here. Focus that Gibby. Focus that Gibby. Cracked him.
Nice.
Okay, now leave. Back up. Let those guys fight. We can rotate. Let's go.
We could third that if you want.
No. We should play placement.
Yeah, okay.
I just farming for damage right now.
Yeah, okay. Do you need heals?
No, I'm good. Do you want to go through that?
I mean, we might be able to nab 1 or 2 kills. We just sit at the end of tunnel and just hit them from afar.
Alright, bet.
As soon as fight ends, we can run then.
Alright, sounds good. Oh, there's a dead body here. There's another team fighting. They're back here. On the roof, you see him? See that bloodhound? You want 3, 2, 1 that blood? Ready, 3, 2, 1,
go,
shoot up!
go.
He's
Headshot!
flash!
95. They're running. Gibby's gone.
That's good, that's fine. Let him run. On the roof.
Yeah, I see him.
He
Running
dropped.
Hit Octane 48.
I hit him 30, back up, let's go. It's a ring.
Yeah, let's just go. Go.
You can loot up here if you need to.
Shit!
In the storm.
We're good, we're fine, let's go. I'm fine.
Go.
fuck it.
Run.
Oh, fuck my life.
God damn it.
Holy fuck, I looted that box so quick. What the fuck?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, I don't really curse. Just a personal choice. No real reason behind it other than trying to have a better vocabulary. You'll catch me slipping once in a while, maybe a few times a year. But when I do these listens, you hear everybody cursing. There's nothing I can do about it. My streams aren't rated PG. I am rated PG. It's weird because I play these hardcore games, you know, like shooters and different things. Where you're like blood and guts and all types of rated R stuff. I don't curse, so it's weird. Rated PG mouth, but rated R video games. So when you have these listen-ins, hey, you never know what to expect. And they don't know that I'm popping in. We have private channels for them, but I just pop in so that the viewers can hear it and so that they can have highlights of themselves during action and things like that. So that's the goal. And hopefully for the championship, we get a lot more comms as well. And we're looking at 11 teams right now. And it's a slow, steady fight. Everybody's taking their time. And we want to start watching the teams at the bottom of the bracket. For me, that is the most interesting. Those are the teams that need to step it up. Koski is at 15 right now. And they got to step it up. They have to score big. They got to score big so that they won't be in trouble. Right now, they're working for placement, and that's pretty good. 11th place is a start. But need some kills. They have 0 kills at this very moment. So you got to be careful. We're talking about a team that needs to step it up. Team Alpha is 18th place at this moment. They have 0 kills. So they have some placement points here on this round, but no kills. So they also have to step it up. It's a dangerous world out here for them. We hope that they can do something. We just want to see teams perform, okay, and have fun in the process. Of course, we're gonna rotate this around and check out Team Gibby as they try to push someone here. Just gonna hold it down here. Really solid shots, man. He made that Prowler feel like if it was a laser. Team Gibby not in the best position with 2 teams on top of them, but like this high ground that they have here, small little gap where they can rotate deeper in the ring when necessary. So it's one of those things where you give that up when you want to rotate in or around. We're gonna go ahead, just take a look at some other teams as we see. Solid stuff. And Alpha and Akatsuki both are in the lower side of things. They got to score some points and get back in the flow. All these teams, things can change drastically. With one good game, the team at the bottom of the bracket could end up high up in there, ready to qualify. I'm gonna rotate around, see what's happening. These teams are very comfortable playing for position. It's the safest way to score points, but you need some extra points. And this next game, we are in game 6. These are only 2 games left, so I would be desperate if I was a team Alpha with 0 points right now. Right now, Alpha's just taking their time. And we're gonna go ahead and listen into these guys. I haven't heard their comps today. We want to give everybody a shine.
I heard the door open. And then there's
they're in the building. They're in the building. They're in the building.
They're not dying, but getting lit up over here. I got hit. They might push me.
I have heavy right here. Heavy out. Oh, I dropped it. Fuck me.
It's all good. It's all good.
They got snipers.
This wall is safe.
Yep.
Any of you got a bat or a shield cell?
I got 1 shield cell.
Oh, thank you. That's better than
There's
I.
2 of those.
Ooh.
The team over here.
Yeah, they're chilling there. They've been sending shots. We gotta try to get those 2 teams to fight each other.
Be careful
Where?
for kidnaps. I heard a port.
Oh.
Try to hit.
Put your ultimate down. Your ultimate. Then.
Mine? Oh, okay, yeah.
Thank you.
We don't need to peek at all. We just need to keep them on heartbeat. I got scanned.
Here. Take that.
He's fried. Knocked one.
Yeah, good.
Should I throw airstrike? No, they're just gonna run and die.
Scan it. Scan that.
I have no scan right now. 8 seconds.
Watch your right side. Watch your side. Right side.
Yep.
Scanning that.
Don't go down. Do not go down.
You heard that, chat. Do not go down. I agree. Only 6 teams left. Team Alpha gotta make a name for themselves right now. They are in the bottom of the barrel, about to be eliminated from this series. You talk about 3 months long. These guys have participated in over 20 tournaments, okay? So if they don't make it, it's gonna be a hard loss. All the hard work to get here. And man, oh man, they need it. They need it. So for those watching, not sure about these teams, you never heard of them, you never seen them, because you haven't got to see our tournaments. This team right here, that's been around for a while, putting in work, trying to make a name for themselves, and right now is their chance to do so. We're gonna rotate around and check out 5 teams, looking at them, looking like Fuego, sending shots up towards them, doing a good job of that right now so far, and they are sitting very comfortable in their position, pushing Team Alpha, really lighting them up in that situation, and now they are super comfortable. This team like Alpha go ahead and push them. That's what they're doing right now. Yeah. Fight. Solid stuff there by Team Alpha to push them back enough to heal up. And this is gonna get very interesting for these two teams here. Right below them on the staircases. This is the center of the ring though, so they can hold this for a very long time unless a team pushes. Looks like they're gonna be able to keep this for the moment. Liking Team Raven being the team to have the pressure on them. Speaking about pressure, these teams on the outside are gonna have to rotate in and get in on this action. It's looking like right now, Team Delta going through that. Gonna be hitting Alpha here. Great shots, and man, they take out Team Alpha's players. Only one last player here. It's looking real good. Team Fuego coming in for the third party. Can they do it? It's only 3 teams left. BTS sitting high and Mouty on the God spot. We got to be careful. Not visible. It's looking like Team Fuego is going to want to escape this scenario. Only one player left. It's really caught up in the wrong place with a strong team like BTS coming in, trying to dominate and showcase why these guys have been top in our events for a very long time. Gibby's ultimate's about to rain down. Beautiful stuff right here. Team Gibby's Toes about to get in on this action with BTS, and we're gonna see who has what it takes. Team GT, as we call them, are about to make their push against BTS, and here it is, wiping out one of their players, and it's a big fight here. Beautiful peacekeeper shots. You could tell Gibby's Toes was on fire, and they did it and got it done for game 6. Perfect stuff by them. And oh man, we're getting to game 7, guys. Who would have thought we would have got this far? We are here in game 7, about to get to this grand finale. And man, these teams are serious right now, and you gotta love that. Let's take a quick second, say hello. Thank you for tuning in. We are just getting started. We got game 7 coming. We got a lot more coming, but you gotta wait. Take your time, think about it. That's right. So we still have more games to come. It's gonna get rolling very shortly. Teams are not giving up, and they're not gonna stop. It's literally anybody's game coming up in this next match, and we're gonna show you the leaderboard shortly. But I'm gonna show you the replay, talk about the format, and then we're gonna go into the next game. So stay tuned, rock with us. So right here, what you saw was greatness at its finest. BTS went in third party, 2 teams, got them done, and then they came in for this last fight here, trying to clear up Team Fuego. There was only one last player left, so they had to be, careful. They don't want to lose a player off of getting too cocky, taking their time. A lot of Ox Stars not working out as best as could with one of them, but once they get in there, I mean, what you're gonna do against a full team, just focus fire on you. Even with Gibby's dome and with Gibby's abilities, it's just not gonna happen. And man, oh man, Gibby's Toes, as you can see, they were pushing the pace for that third party scenario. They wanted to try to take out BTS as fast as possible, and that's basically what they did. They focused fire, worked on Wraith here. After they got her down, they pretty much were trying to seal the deal, and we wanted to see how this all played out. It played out exactly how Gibby's Toes wanted it. Perfectly. Again, just the start of our tournaments. Not really. This is the grand finale, guys. We've had over 200 teams playing in our events. 200 hard work that I had to do manually, entering these teams, managing these teams, messaging these teams, posting up so many things. I mean, it's exhausting thinking about it, but it's also very exciting, and I'm honored to be able to have all of you. And right now we're gonna have our last game before the championships. There would only be 20 teams left, and I'm baffled. I don't know how to feel, but I feel a lot of things, and I'm very, very excited about it because, you know, all the hard work comes down to the last day, and I hope that I can provide you guys more in the near future. But with that in mind, we're going into the scores. We're gonna check to see what is going down, and it's actually probably not even ready yet. But it'll be ready very soon. It's been a good run so far. Been having a good time. Hope you guys are enjoying it. And man, oh man, the leaderboards are still not updated. Well, it looks like they're about to be updated. And man, oh man. It's about to go down for the grand finale, and I'm so excited about this grand finale. It's going to be super interesting. Game number 7. Let's take a quick look before we get the confirmation. I don't believe these are the final numbers just yet. Still early, but if it is, then we are good to go. At the bottom of the bracket, let's take a quick look. At the bottom of the bracket, Kyle Media, Catalyst, Alpha, R99 South, Raven, Delta. Those are the bottom of the bracket, and they just got to have one big game. One last big game. That's all you need to get it done. So for those watching and not rooting for any team, root for those guys. Let's see some crazy performance by one of these teams. All they got to score is 10 points or something like that, or less. They can get right back in the fight. So, with that in mind, let's get this party started.
Official Magamer says, get in slot.
I'm not sure if these are the final scores, guys. We're waiting for Envy to confirm. And there it goes. So they update automatically, so I didn't want to speak until they were done. But here we go. Quick refresh. Let's get it. You're looking at the scores, and it's getting tighter and tighter at the last 5 spots. Teams that are down, all they got to do is have one good game, get a couple kills, and they'll be right back in it. Somebody was discussing that they wanted to talk about PC versus console. And while 100% there's a ton of console players in our tournaments, it's the PC players who are the top teams. If you look at the first top 10, most of them are PC players. So while we have more console players, the PC players are dominating. And yeah, so and we are officially locked in. It's about to go down. Game 7, the grand finale. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I have. We're going to have a stream this week. I'm thinking Wednesday would probably be best. Announcing every little detail for the championships to give people, you know, a chance to understand what's going on. And then we are going to go down the rabbit hole and be ready for Saturday. Saturday's going to be crazy. So I hope you guys enjoy. Last game of the day. If any of your teams that you're rooting for, Raven Alpha, Delta, R9 South, Catalyst, or Cal Media, if they can get a good game, they can come back. You look at Cal Media, for example, all they need is 12 points to get up there. You know, compare that to the 15th overall. So I mean, they get 12 points, they'll be in 15th place right now. So super interesting. We'll see how that plays out, but you never know. One of those teams in the lower bracket could have a crazy good game, change everything, and get right back on the ball for this tournament. So we shall see. This is it. I want to take a quick look. And turn this on to game number 7. Hope you guys are locked and loaded and ready for it. I know I am. It's a wild finish. It's gonna be a wild finish. And we're checking out Rampage right now, seeing what they're doing, where they're going, how they're playing. We actually haven't got to hear their comms, so let's take a quick listen, see what they got to say.
Another team going here too. They're going in, well, they landed at a stupid part. I'm sorry to come with you, my bad. Yeah, late team that landed on us.
We have a team here.
Wait. You're with you, Cairo?
Yes, sir.
They're in the other building right there.
I got scanned.
Scan me. 'Cause I got 'em. 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 'Cause I
I got a 301 Eva, dude. Where are these kids?
Rampage
Yeah,
here,
I'm just
trying to make a
Let's just
move.
roll these guys.
They're running, bro. As we fried Gibby, dude.
Right on their back, right here. They can
I
make
felt
more
fried.
points here. They're doing pretty good. They're nice.
Almost cracked again.
Comfortable.
Cracked. Freaking fried. Knocked. One more.
Great
Behind
shots.
you.
Got him.
Screw these
Perfectly
kids, dude.
done.
Freaking landing on me.
That was nice. Rampage taking a
Yeah,
team out
this team was
early
purposely
on
just trying
and
to-
sitting very
Trying to get
comfortable.
points. They had no
Be
points.
Team
stupid.
Fuego goes down,
Come
but
over
Team
here, wait
Fuego's
real
in
quick.
8th place. They
Freaking
have enough
Dome is gonna
points
rotate.
possibly to survive. Now they will be biting their nails,
Go.
hoping that everybody else
Grab a
doesn't
lead and
have
go
some
Geyser.
type of surgence
We can't stay here.
and comes back in the game to take them out. We're gonna go ahead and rotate a little bit.
I don't
Just
remember. if it was
check
a good
out some
team
of
that
these
went there.
teams at the
I mean, Dome
bottom of the bracket for a second, even though
is
you
either a good
really
team
want to
or-
watch the top teams.
or
We'd
just like
like
Montreal.
to see
I don't
what's
remember.
going on with the teams on the bottom and in 15th place overall. When you look, you're looking at greatness at one time, but right now they're not having the best day.
I need an extended.
Only at 15 places. It's one of those nail biter situations. You're very nervous about what type of scenario you're in. You don't want to be in this position where you're not performing your best. And they might get eliminated if they don't score big on this one, because there's a couple teams right behind them in points and literally 2 or 3 points away. So Team Raven Alpha, Delta, R99, South, all very close. So it's a dangerous situation, but we shall see. Koski about to get into it thick. And they're about to face a team with fully decked out armor. See how this fight plays out for them. If they get eliminated here, they'll be, well, it might just get eliminated, guys. Who knows? Speaking of eliminations, Gibby's Toes is right behind KAO. KO is gonna go ahead and try to rotate out of that situation. KAO again, sitting super comfy. They decide to back off of this. Koski still having 2 players up, somehow surviving the 2 teams pushing them. I think they started fighting each other, so really solid job. Gonna probably not be able to recover their teammate's banner, but they can survive and get some placement and get some kills when they can. And they're actually going to get them because of Seer's passive, which is the most overpowered thing in the game. You can tell if anybody's close by, so they're going to be able to get his banner and get out of there as fast as possible. Just a small tip, even though this is supposed to be the coverage of the game. Seer, if you hold his tactical, you can run at full speed with his tactical. And that's going to allow you to use the passive. I see a lot of players like right now, Envy, he's holding his aim button to use the passive, but that stops him from moving, and it's not from moving fast, and it's not as good as just holding the tactical as you run. So something to note. Want to get good at Seer, especially after the nerf, and he's accepted by the community. But that's a whole different combo. So Akatsuki staying alive somehow, surviving. And now we're gonna go ahead and rotate around and see what we got going on for teams that aren't there. They're not doing so hot. Team Delta needs to step it up right now.
Really close.
Team Delta down big in 17th place, about to get eliminated in game 7. This is their final game. They did drop hot in Fragment. This is a place to be if you want to score some points. But they have a lot of teams focusing on right now. See, and they down one of their players, Zero Depth. A great team already on the hunt against Raven here. It's not looking good for Raven. Zero Depth playing really solid push. Well, they didn't really score as much as they would have wanted, but still sitting pretty. Now they're gonna rotate themselves into the ring, but they're gonna have a team on top of them. These are the fun fights here where fighting against a ring, fighting against multiple teams, and you got all types of scenarios against you. Got to figure it out. So we're gonna see right now. They're gonna be at the streamer building shortly. Get themselves into this game. Solid work right now. Zero Depth scoring as much points as they could in that scenario. Look at this. Gibby's Toes cleaning up shop as I say it, and man, oh man, guys, we're just gonna talk about it. Some teams are eliminated and not good for them, but there's a lot of teams in the top who can still score and win. Okay, when you look at the actual leaderboards, you're looking at Catalyst, R99, Delta, and Alpha. They're all still alive right now. They have a chance to move up the bracket. The team that was in 15th place has died, so they can score and make it in shortly. Possibly. Doesn't mean it will happen, but it's possible. Speaking of possible, let's go listen in to Gibby's Toes real quick.
It's Court Battle League. All right. You guys see anything up front? Or... I'm a little behind you. I'm a little behind you.
Yeah, that's wait.
Wait a second.
I'm just
coming up.
We need to go through here, right? Over here.
Yeah.
Launch site, yeah.
Nothing on the heart scan.
Okay, this should be free then. I don't
Yeah, we
it's-
should
wait,
be.
it's on loot? Oh, no, it's loot.
They're shooting to our left. Shooting to our left.
Let's get into zone.
Nothing on heartbeat yet for this building in front.
Yeah, I'm walking up here.
I'm gonna grab a thermite. Make sure you guys have nades.
Oh yeah, okay, I have a grenade and a thermite.
I've got a thermite. I've just got a crap ton of
Yeah,
energy
there might
ammo.
be a team in front of us here. Yeah, use your heartbeat because
I know.
it's gonna kill us over here.
As soon as we see 'em, nothing on heartbeat yet.
We need to get like right here.
I think it's over here.
Here, wait, here. We need
Oh
something
wait,
in front of us.
there was something to the left. So there's definitely gonna probably be a team coming from there.
Yeah, they're gonna go to us.
Most likely be a team.
Right here.
Nothing on heartbeat. Nothing on heartbeat yet.
Here, come up here. Come up here. We need to get to this
out
point.
here.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pause it there and cut that out right there. Man, so Sears passive, as I keep saying in the stream, is so powerful. I mean, that's all you need. He can literally have no tactical and no ultimate and still be extremely useful to the team. Just from him having that heart seeker, and he can see where everybody is and let you know, no, there's some people here, there's some people there, and it is overpowered right now. And I don't know how the devs are going to work on it, but I do believe we should get something. And right now, Gibby's toast. Trying to survive. CSR. CSR is in 14th place, so they got to score here. They need to score big. Got to do something, and it's not looking good because they're down at 14th place, and someone can steal that spot from them. They have to be extremely careful. So if they can score at least or get placement here, it's going to help them survive and stay in here for the championships. This bar getting pushed hard right now, and Toxic will save the day with his Toxic. Will he survive this push right now is the question of CSR. Their life is on the line, not only in this game, but for the majors. They might end up getting eliminated with the teams that are still in catching up to them. And dang, they really did get eliminated here, and now they're gonna have to bite their nails and watch with the rest of us and hope that these other teams don't score. His Coves and Avengers are in the top 10, so they are sitting comfortable. Specifically, Gibby's Toast, and they get eliminated, but Avengers is right there, looting up, taking all the goods. We're gonna go ahead and check on Zero Depth. They are about to push Avengers here. Avengers is super busy in this scenario. Solid push right now by Zero Depth. He's an amazing Octane. You know he plays Octane. On that jump pad, Steve maybe hit a bunch of shots. Doing a good job with him, but gets down. R99 in it to win it, baby. They're scoring here. I like it. R99 trying to stay in the fight right now. Gonna revive their teammate and try to stay alive for this last scenario. R99 needs these points. They are in 18th place. They score here, they can catch right back up and get in the thick of this fight to try and win it all. Only 8 teams left, and a lot of the teams that are at the bottom of the barrel are still alive. So you gotta be prepared and ready for what's next. It's definitely interesting. R99 sitting comfortable. And shots all over the place. They get him down. You gotta be very careful here. Another team gonna third party this. Solid stuff by this Octane. And eliminates R99 there. Perfect stuff. And it's him against the world. One player, still 17. Brute Force wanting to clean all this up. Man, this is getting wild. R99 South scored enough points to get up to 15, but they got eliminated right after, and it looks like there's still teams here who can take their spots. And it's gonna be Team Alpha here who can score more and get themselves into the top 15 also. So that is super interesting. Again, easier said than done, but very possible. Still 6 teams left. believe Alpha will have the fate of the world in their hands here. They have scored at some point, but I don't know if it's enough to take the lead and win it all and get into the majors as well. Remember, there's 15 teams getting in, and Team Alpha was 16th overall. Team South was also scoring, and they were in there, but the problem is they only got 3 eliminations in that last match. They did get, I believe, 6th or 7th place, so it's a lot of math to do after this. I don't do the math, but from what I know right now is Team Alpha has a chance to make it into the majors. We're gonna watch what they do here, see if they're gonna eliminate Team Akoski, R99 South, and so much more, scoring as much points as they can in this scenario, get themselves higher up in the leaderboards and eliminate other teams in the process. We'll see how it goes. They are in between 2 teams here, and they don't want to push this, but they have to figure out how they're going to get into the ring. With shots being ranged off, they can definitely get some work done in, get into the flow. Team Alpha showcasing that they're not going out without a fight. I love what I'm seeing. I've watched this team for over 20 plus games. Not plus games, I'm sorry. 20 plus tournaments. That's probably over 100 games they played in our qualifiers and our majors. And these guys, you know, really want this. They're setting up their own organization, so we'll see what they can do. They can get in. It'll be a story, a Cinderella story, folks. And oh no, their team captain falls into the lava, the worst possible position to fall into. And oh man, it looks like Team Alpha will be down a player. We're gonna go and watch the rest of these teams in the action. BTS looks like the busy team right now. They're gonna be able to beam other team and try to take them out. Good stuff here, and BTS trying to get on top of the board. They're 2nd place overall. Been very comfortable. Only 3 teams left. Avengers are gonna go for it here and try to push this team back a bit. Got to be very careful. It's only 2 teams left, BTS and Avengers, and this is for BTS's taking #1 spot. If they can take this win, they will end up climbing up the charts. I'm not sure if they have enough points to make it to the #1 spot, but they're securing their secondary spot to give them some points in the championship. Beautiful stuff. They're gonna go ahead and take the push right now. It's about to happen. Here it comes. There is a Kraber in play, guys, so this can change the game right now. This is a team versus team scenario. Kraber shot did not work out. Beautiful vault shots, though. Loving Mr. RIP with his perfect vault shots there. He's gonna get another chance with his Kraber. It's only 6 bullets left in this Kraber, so he has to use it very carefully. Take his time. There's a lot of time left here when it comes to the ring. All he has to do is hold his position. Try to get that one good headshot. Not missed it. They're gonna move in and try to finish this off, though. Good hip fire shot. Man, Avengers surviving. Not for long. One last player, one-on-one. Can Avengers get it done? They have the high ground. And they do. Avengers coming through and winning that. That'll help them get up into the top 5 on this game. But man, oh man, what a event it's been, guys. I'm literally emotional. We're going into the championships, and wow, talk about incredible. It's been a wild series. For over 20-30 games that we've had, well, more than 30 games, but man, the tournaments are finally over. We're going into the championship rounds. Who would have thought after all this time? Let's take a quick replay and check out these Kraber shots. They didn't work out. One thing for me is you give me a Kraber, I'm gonna hit me a couple shots. I just love the Kraber. It's a fun gun to use, and it's something I rarely do because it's hard to find. But man, oh man, is it fun. And Avengers did a good job on this push. They were down a player, and they still found a way to take out 3 players in this scenario. But the leaderboards is what is all that matters on this next game, and it's going to be an honor, privilege to kind of call it out and end the night naming the teams that are making it into the championship rounds. And right here, Avengers had the high ground, just like the Star Wars. I have the high ground. Man, what a finish. Avengers closing it out for us, giving us greatness. Before we show you the leaderboards as they are currently being updated, wow, we spent 3 months running these events. 3 long months. It's been wild. Really honored and privileged to be able to do this. We're at the final day. One more tournament. And I think I'm going to do a celebration tournament on Sunday. I'm just going to announce that now. The day after the championships, if you want to hang out and be a part of a tournament, we're going to make it a little creative. I haven't decided yet, but I felt like I just want to do something for whoever's available. You don't have to have a team. We're just going to get players in. If you have a team, that's fine, but you're just going to hang out. And a celebration scrimmage / tournament for the series. And more than 20 teams will be allowed. We'll kind of just open up some lobbies and let everybody enjoy themselves along the way. That'll be the grand finale. But man, it's been a grand finale today with Game 7 finishing with Avengers taking over and doing some work. BTS getting to the top 3, I believe. I got to check the leaderboards when it does update. But I'm sure they'll be very close. They were second place before this, and then now they climbing on up. So super interested in that, and it's been such an honor and privilege. I can't even begin to tell you guys. Of course, I'm saying this now before the leaderboards come in and we just talk about the players. I want to thank every player. Over 200 teams. All right, you do the math. +600 players, maybe more than that, as people substituted and all that. Had a lot of players come in to our tournaments. We had pro players, top content creators. We've had new players. We had kids and their moms play. Family members finally uniting and thanking me to be able to unite with their friends and family through our tournaments during our qualifiers. Then we jumped into the majors, which started in August. And these majors are only the top teams, the best of the best in the world. And they fought their way all the way from May until August. And then they made it into this championship majors. Well, not the championship, but the majors, where only the top teams are invited. And then that's it. We finally got the scores. They're coming in shortly. And I'm very, very amazed by how good everybody has been in the community. Just top tier greatness at its finest. I'm thankful to everybody for playing and being a part of it. It's been really nice, just a family. And shout out to See the One You Envy for my real family, my blood, who does the leaderboards, right? So I have to do all this hard work. I literally run the website, design all the graphics, do all the video editing. I do the stream production. I do the commentary. I'm not trying to give myself credit, but I'm trying to help you guys understand how much work I do. And See the One You Envy does the scores for me, which is so critical, giving me a chance to breathe instead of having to do that as well. So super grateful. We're going to build a big team. We're going to do some special things in the near future. So be ready. We're going to go ahead, and these are the final scores from what I'm told by See the One You Envy. Of course, we'll check them back tomorrow, but these are the final scores. Take a look for yourself. Congratulations to the top teams, the top 3 teams who made it into the extra bonus points. And then on top of that, we're going to name all the 15 teams who made it in, and the teams who didn't, we're sorry. But we're thankful to have you perform for literally, you performed so much for 3 months straight. June, July, and August. It's an honor to have you guys. But that in mind, the teams that are making it in is Gibby's Toes, BTS, Zero Death, Avengers, Brute Force, Six Crutches, KAO, Rampage, Fuego, Phoenix, UMP, Raven Rebirth, FNG, Raven Alpha, and CSR are the official winners, and they make it into the championship rounds. That is insane. So that is huge for the teams that didn't. Akoski, R99 South, Delta, Raven Delta, Catalyst, and Cal Media. I am grateful and thankful for you guys being on board and being a part of this whole journey. It's been a long journey. We started our qualifiers in May 20th. You think about it, today basically marks multiple months. So you got June, July, August, 3 months to get to the championships. And it's been a wild journey, and we did it. So without you guys and without every other team that's competed, we would have never got here. So I'm super grateful. Next week, it is going down, the grand finale, the championship rounds. Everyone's welcome to join. Please, if you played, watch it. Don't be salty that you lost. I feel like you belong and you deserve to come on board into our events. So feel free to join me, and we'll gladly receive you. But yeah, so we're gonna have the championship coming up, and it's gonna be real good, guys. And just to close off today's stream, we're gonna talk about some of the prizes, not all, some of the prizes. So first and foremost, there will be cash prizes. I don't want to say it just yet, but I'll address it a little bit. So originally we had these big plans that didn't work out. It was the investors and all this cool stuff. But we're going to turn it all around, and now it's going to be a whole different world. Winners will get some cash prizes that we'll announce this week. They will automatically enter in our next series for the majors. They'll have exclusive future event VIP. They will have future sponsor rewards, one-time rewards for being champions. We will do a tournament tributing them as well. And those are the main pillars of the championship. And we'll put out an actual post on our website, corebattleleague.com, with the information on exactly what that is when it comes up. All right. So that is what is going down. And I'm excited and I'm grateful to be able to have everybody that's come on board for this event. And it's been an honor to host and to continue. We're going to keep on building on this. It's just a start. It's just a first test run, let's just say, to take it to the next level for the next series. And there's a lot that we learned. We're also going to open up a feedback section so you guys can tell us what you didn't like. First and foremost, a 3-month-long tournament felt like a lot, so we might cut that down, keep it a little shorter, see what the community's feeling. Whatever you guys say. I have hosted leagues and tournaments for other games, so the way I do it is after the season or series ends, I do feedback, and I want all the players to know you come first. So anything you feel or think, whether you disagree with the way the tournament rules, you want them changed, you want a new setup, please feel free to hit me up, whether it's in a DM or in a public forum, to give the feedback so that we can build from here and grow. Because it's all about you guys. But you gotta understand, I'm just the host and the manager. At the end of the day, the players rule the world, and everything you say or feel will determine how I set it all up. So any little feedback is taken serious. I might not do everything you say, but I take it serious, and we look at it, we survey what is best for the community. You know, whether it's a little silly rule change, nobody can pick Octane, Seer, or Gibby anymore. You can tell me that, and I would say maybe. I don't think that's gonna happen, and I'll be honest with you. And then we won't suggest it. For example, one of the suggestions from players, well, it's actually 2 players only, were requesting for landing safe. Everybody agreed to land safe, and I said that can't be something done by the league. It should be done by the players if they want to respect each other's landing spots. That's nothing to do with the league. We would never organize specific landing spots. But yeah. All right. So feel free to jump on board, and we're gonna put this leaderboards right back up for a second here. I want to just give a shout out to everybody in this chat. I'm gonna open it up right now and say hello. See who's here. Denmark from CSR, thank you so much. Phoenix, we see you. Team Phoenix, we see you. Kim, thank you for coming. It's been an honor and a privilege. to have you, win or lose. To me, everybody's a winner. Understand, I'm the host. I'm not about who wins or loses. I'm about having a great tournament, and teams have put up so many great events for us in the last 3 months. I'm grateful for that. Big Cowboy, thank you for coming. Appreciate you. Everybody, man, peace and love to you guys. It's all appreciation, and it's been an honor and a privilege, and we're gonna have some great times going forward. This is just a warm-up, all right, for all those teams that didn't make it to the championships. We're gonna have better events. We're gonna change some things. We're gonna make it a little more interesting for the viewers, a little more engaging for the viewers, and then a lot more creative for the players, right? So we're so used to playing Battle Royale, and now I want to try to spice it up. We'll get some things going. But yeah, so that's the deal. I'm grateful and I'm thankful to have all of you. I'm gonna step out and say goodnight for the day. I'm gonna be streaming again in like an hour or two. Get right back on the horse and play some video games here myself. But man, it's been an honor and a privilege to have you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and say farewell. Feel free to follow, like, subscribe, donate, massage my back, you know, send me chocolate and the flowers. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. You do what you do, I do what I do, and we do the do-do. Do you do-do? But thank y'all so much, man. It's been a privilege. And we got more in store for you as we go forward. So lock in. Apex Legends. This is Champions Legacy, the tournament series by Court Battle League. Peace and love. See you soon.